Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 358 of the Hoots podcast on this Thursday, April 27, 2023. A fun night in store for all you morose motherfuckers out there. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? This is our 7th anniversary show of the Hoots podcast. For those who don't know, we started this show with Adam Daly on April 27, 2016, about a couple weeks after I left the Russell Zone. So tonight's a lot of like full circle feelings, but this is gonna be a fun night. We're just gonna celebrate, tell some stories, talk a little bit about wrestling. We don't need to get into the weeds of every segment and blah, 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 because that's not why we're really here. We are here to entertain you lovely people who check out the pod each and every single week. But also, we got something special going on tonight. We are in the spirit of the draft. I think it's pretty cool. This is the first time the WWE draft and the NFL draft is happening on the same week, which I think is pretty cool. But, we're starting off hot. It is time for the NFL draft for 2023. And I got a cast of luminaries, of good brothers who've been on the show, co-hosting, and just been rocking with us since day one. Let's start off as we usually do with the good brother, the director of all operations. I lost count on how many monikers this douche canoe has, but we got a lot to juggle here. He is the director of all operations, Brother Carter.
Oh, Joshie, thank you. You do realize that, you gave me all these. You're the one that's given me all these monikers. So the fact that you're calling me this is really your fault. So you have no right to call me that. In fact, you know, we're gonna wait. I thought about busting it out a little bit early, saying, what happens to people when they said, whatever you tried to make fun of me, then realize it was your fault. So this is really on you. Thrilled to be here. A lot of stuff going on in the world of Derico, but looking forward to getting started, man. And just glad to be here. This is gonna be a fun night.
And I just want to remind everybody who's checking us out here on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to our channel right now and give us a like. By the way, if you have any thoughts on who you want your particular team to draft, do you have lost hope? Are you like a sports fan like myself and Sam, who are just really reeled into expecting the worst out of our own sports teams, or are you optimistic? I mean, let us know, who are you wanting to see your team draft for this particular festivity. Honestly, for me, this is my favorite sporting event of the year that has no games involved with it. For me, this beats the MLB draft, all drafts, all-star games, etc. So this is my favorite non-game related festivity in the sports calendar year, outside the Stanley Cup playoffs. But yes, but next year we got the good brother Patrick Fritz, all the way out in New Jersey. What's going on, sir?
Good evening, guys. A lot of red. They just did a flyover of the crowd at the draft. A lot of red. Obviously, they're being in Kansas City, so they're doing a lot of just crowd shots right now. A lot of different fans there going right now. And speaking of Stanley Cup playoffs, my New Jersey Devils up 1-0 right now on the Rangers.
Trash. No, I'm kidding.
Listen, you two are bandwagoners right now for the Rangers because of one Patrick Kane. So,
Pat, we have no team to have any hope for. What else do we have to do at this point? At this point, Chicago sports fans root for players that used to be on our teams. Jimmy Butler. I could go on and on here.
Dude, he balled out last night.
Yeah.
All right, man. We got a hot take master, a good brother I've known for almost 10 years now, which is freaking insane. Another Illinois, the pride of Illinois. He is a Cub fan, unfortunately, but he is a good brother of all good brothers. Second City Sam Pioppo. What's up, sir?
Gentlemen, glad to be here. Playing a little injured today, but I'm glad to join you for this wild occasion here.
So you're on the DL. Oh, am I gonna get canceled for saying it?
Oh,
my bad.
Nah,
I can't say DL, right? That's too harsh.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm just gonna have to join the rest of the White Sox on there right now. So
yeah, that's a good. Yeah, we can't blame Tony La Russa anymore, I guess.
Nope.
But 2023 NFL draft. Kansas City, obviously the state has known more for their food, but over the years it's been transferred over to Patrick Mahomes' country. But anything could happen. Sometimes bad things happen. Bad draft picks. We all have them for all our particular teams, especially in Chicago. But for those who don't know, Pat is a New England Patriots fan. Myself and Sam.
Yep.
Go ahead, Pat.
No, I was going to say I was very fortunate that I was born in the era of a fandom with Tom Brady.
Yep.
I was not a bandwagoner when Brady started there, but I was pre-Brady and obviously post-Brady with him moving on to Tampa Bay and then now officially being retired again. We'll see how long that lasts.
Thank God.
And whatnot. So. But
yes.
As Mac Jones is doing okay, but we could always improve, and we could always definitely get more pieces to the puzzle.
And on good news, Matt Patricia is not on the staff again. For those who already know, Sam and I are both Bears fans. Brother Carter is a New Orleans Saint fan.
Who dat?
That's my number 2 team. Hell yeah.
My man. I knew I liked you, Sam. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm going to say this right now. Derek Carr for Pro Bowl and the Saints to win the division. That's going to get that out of the way for me.
100%. That was a huge sign.
Yes.
I like it.
We're about to get very close to one of the most popular things in the sports calendar year, which is Commissioner the NFL game booed out of the festivity where they're in Kansas City tonight. This is gonna be a fun time. This is the first time we actually did a live draft special while the draft is going on, so I'm really excited to see how this goes.
Well, Josh, we kind of started this last year when we did the Hoots podcast during the Thursday night games because the Thursday night games were so bad. We gave people an alternative to watching Thursday night football.
Yeah.
Well, here it comes. Here it comes.
Goodell's on stage. Looks like he's being flanked by.
Yes.
This is me when Tony Khan comes on stage.
I love the fact how he's just embraced it now. Like he just says, "Let's go, come on."
I mean, what else are you gonna do at this point?
The 2023 NFL Draft.
There we go.
Oh man.
He's gonna do a whole spiel and whatnot.
Yep.
Let's hype up Kansas City like we haven't already.
Yeah, right. I'll tell you what, though, I do like how the commissioners embrace it, especially Gary Bettman in the NHL. Man,
yes,
he loves it. He thrives on it.
Hey. You gotta embrace being the heel sometimes. It's all.
Oh
good.
Yeah. I mean, you can't be the commissioner and be cheer. That's just not it. If you're not making enemies, you're not making money, as a great man once said.
You ain't kidding, pal.
Nice. Eric Stone Street, Heidi Gardner on stage, Kansas City natives.
Oh, I was wondering who that was. They both look familiar.
Yeah, we all know Carolina got the first pick for the draft this year in a trade with the Bears. Excited to see how things play out for them. Frank Reich, the new head coach for the Panthers this season.
I'm surprised he got a job that quick, but I mean, I don't think he was necessarily the problem in Indianapolis.
Who do y'all got number 1, by the way?
It's going to be Bryce Young.
I think
Bryce Young.
Yeah,
should be.
About a month back, I actually thought they were going to go C.J. Stroud because it looked like they were pretty big on him.
Yeah.
But I think that that cognitive test or whatever that he scored terribly on will probably make him go the other way. Oh, boy, here's the Mr. Ketchup Man himself, huh?
Oh, nice. And here comes Mahomes and Kelsey.
I was about to say, how can we hype up Kansas City anymore?
Hey, where's Jackson?
Sam, please mute yourself after bringing it up. We do not need anything revolving Jackson. Jackson Mahomes is a stooge and a clown. Man,
he's the Tony Khan of his family.
Yeah, that's very true.
Oh man, who do you if you're stuck in an elevator with, who would you rather be stuck in an elevator with? Tony Khan or Jackson Mahomes?
Jackson Mahomes.
I take the
Really?
Jackson Mahomes.
Well, I
probably
mean,
'cause-
at least with Tony
Khan-
Khan, you're probably getting like an ounce of cocaine or something.
I was gonna say he's gonna at least give you some. He's gonna at least hook you up.
Well, brother Carter, you know this. I'm straight edge. I'm not gonna be dealing with a crack addict. Okay, I'm just not gonna do.
Well, then you're screwed either way, because whether it's Jackson Mahomes or
yeah, I'm
or
screwed.
Tony
Either,
Khan, you're screwed either
I'm
way.
screwed. Either by the time we get down and I knock out Jackson Mahomes, or the same thing's gonna happen to Tony Khan. I'm screwed either way.
So it's like TikTok or crack cocaine.
Right.
What do we got here?
By the way, follow me on TikTok, Josh Lopez Music, if you want to see my guitar covers.
All right, here
check
we go.
that out.
All right. Carolina's officially on the clock.
They better not take. Everybody always takes the full freaking like 10 minutes, even though they know who
it's
they're
so
going to pick.
stupid. You have like 5 months to prepare
It's
for
like
this.
drawn out drama.
Right. Every year, the number one pick just milks the clock all the way down. Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's a ratings thing or whatever that they want to get the full, the full coverage in, but
Gotta stretch it out like an Orange Cassidy match.
I can't believe these people are actually wearing all this face paint for the giraffe.
Your favorite Josh Greeny's Greeny's leading the show here on ESPN.
Yeah. That's why I'm glad I'm not watching the TV right now.
Greeny's fantastic.
oh, never mind.
Let's not do that.
That's a recap of how we got here, Sam.
I saw the Bears logo and I'm like, oh, ready? Holy crap!
Right.
No, this is. I like this for Chicago. I think this is great for Chicago.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it. Do I feel like they could have traded back second and then traded back to 9 or whatever? I think yes, but overall, I think it's a win for the Bears for sure.
Yeah, me too. Also, you solve 2 problems in the head. You get extra picks and a receiver.
Josh,
Yeah.
you would be absolutely loving this panel. You got Mike Greenberg,
What?
Mel Kiper Jr.,
What?
Booger McFarland,
What?
and the one that actually knows what he's talking about, which is Louis Riddick. He's actually smart.
All right, he's decent. That's fine. All right, getting
Yes,
close.
let's show Bryce Young's career highlights again because
Yeah.
we have to hype him up for the next 8 minutes and 1 second.
Yeah,
So-
let's get the live shot of Nick Saban and his miserable ass while we're
Oh,
waiting
God.
here.
Hey,
Brother Carter, I got a question for you.
yes, sir.
Do you have a certain player that you think slips out of the first round that everybody thinks will be, selected in the first round? Because my guy, honestly, on the outskirts right now, I think it's Hendon Hooker from Tennessee.
Yeah, there's questions about him because of his injury.
Right.
He got
And
hurt.
he's an older guy too. He's 25.
Yeah, but I mean, he also turned it on. Like, he also showed what he can do at the end of last season. I mean, he's a tremendous player. But yeah, no, that's a good pick. Let me take a look. Let me see here.
I'd like to say for everybody again, thank you for checking out the show. Not only this episode for the last 7 years, it's pretty cool. I looked over our Anchor count today, and we're at 715,000 downloads for the show.
You can't retire the show until you hit episode 500. It's a rule. It has to be a rule.
We're not
Do not retire the show until you hit episode 500.
we're not done yet. I'm not done yet. There's certain benchmarks that we need to hit and stuff like that. But I didn't think we'd be here at 7 years. That's how fast this whole experience has gone by. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
But go ahead, brother Carter.
No, I was just going to say, as always, and you're going to hear me say this a lot tonight, but just thank you, Josh, for the opportunity, for all of us, for entertaining all of us for the last 7 years.
Yeah.
And, for giving all of us the opportunity to just, we love wrestling. We love this stuff. And to have a platform to just give a few opinions, we're not broadcasters. We're not anybody, we're just people that just have an opinion, and to have a platform to share it is awesome. So thank you for the incredible journey we've been on the last 7 years.
Yeah,
Appreciate that,
brother Carter can't, have said it better, than myself. I mean, you have gone through so many iterations of this show, and even having your Twitter, locked down for however long it was locked down for, and you still fought through that adversity.
Yeah.
Free the Hoots podcast.
That's right.
Free the Hoots podcast, and to get through it and finally get your Twitter account back from the void is an amazing accomplishment. So you can't do anything else but stay on for a lot longer.
Yeah.
Right.
I appreciate that, Pat. And here's the thing: here's the power of the show. We got one over Twitter before Elon came in and screwed everything up. So
Yeah, absolutely.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's great. I love it.
Still milking it. How much time is left on the clock here for
5
the
minutes.
Panthers?
Still over 5 minutes.
But the crazy thing is they're superimposing all these graphics about the Panthers being on the clock. And
Yeah. I love how they're superimposing all the Bryce Young stuff. That would be hilarious if somebody else goes number one.
Exactly.
Man.
That would be hilarious.
Number one, Will Levis.
So while we're waiting, how do you guys feel about the rumor that Houston is not going to take a quarterback with the number 2 overall pick?
Look, all due respect to D'Amico Ryans, I'm happy he's got a job, and I think he's going to be a good football mind. But that organization is a clown show. Whatever they do, it just doesn't surprise me. And I feel bad whoever gets drafted by the Texans tonight. I'm being 100% honest. I feel bad for them.
All right, quick NHL update. End of the first, Devils 1, Rangers nothing.
Very good. Very good. Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Brother Carter.
I was just going to say, remember a few years ago, the Jets were in that position, and then they managed to get a couple of good draft picks in Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson and and then now I know Josh, your boy is now going to the Jets. Good old Aaron Rodgers is going, but
Right.
The Jets were contenders last year before they got Rodgers. So a couple draft picks can make anything. You
Yeah.
just never know.
By the way, shout out to Andrew Baydala, who's a Jets fan.
Here's the other thing.
Go ahead.
I think we all have to remember is that, you hype up these draft picks and stuff. You never know who's going to make the transition well to the NFL. Look at Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant last year, almost took the 49ers to the Super Bowl. So,
Hey, Trey Lance got drafted at 3rd, and they're ready to ship him out.
All these gentlemen are lottery picks, lottery tickets, my friend. That's all they are.
Yes.
Right.
Don't
The pick is in.
All right.
Oh, there- all right.
It didn't take the full 10 minutes.
Okay.
It's not going to be
10
much of a
minutes before the guy
surprise.
gets to the stage.
All right, let's get the audio here.
Uh-oh, Joshie's setting us up for the audio.
Let's hear it, Brother Carter. Hopefully it doesn't rain too much that weekend in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yeah, the skies look very overcast there. It looks like.
Josh, did you go to the draft when it was in Chicago when we were in school?
Yeah, both of them. Yeah.
Yeah, me too, man. That was a blast.
Well, I graduated before they brought the draft because my class was 2014. They had 15 and 16 here, but I was still doing the PWE show at the station at the time. So that was wild seeing all. I ran into Ian Rappaport downtown, which was pretty cool. I'm like 7 inches taller than him, and I felt really bad, but it was nice to meet him.
Yeah, I was with a group of guys that were booing Jay Glazer up on the top of whatever he was on.
Beautiful. See, I got my choices.
Oh man!
Speaking of
Still waiting on Goodell to get.
Okay, what is taking their asses so long? Come on now.
Hey, speaking of impressions, I got a clip from the Pat McAfee show that I'm going to play after this
All right.
break is made.
Well, that's got to be good then.
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, we going?
Finally getting to the stage.
Hey, who's that? Oh, it's Roger. Let's go. What do you got?
Don't screw it up, Roger.
All right, here we go. I'm about 10 seconds behind y'all, but that's fine.
Bryce Young.
Is it Bryce?
It is Bryce Young.
Good.
There it is.
Good choice.
All right.
It is.
All right. On that note, let me play this clip here. Shout out to Ty Schmidt from the Pat McAfee show, who's the master impersonator in the Pat McAfee
Oh, you're
universe.
gonna-
And we're gonna play a little bit of this clip here from their draft secular of Mr. Mel Kiper, Ty Schmidt edition. So let's take a look at this. Here we go.
Mad Mel Kiper.
What? Pat, appreciate it. I am boots on the ground here in Kansas City. You guys are sweating more than a hog's asshole there in Indianapolis. Very cool temperature here. You can see I'm at the draft atrium right now, Union Station, whatever the hell you want to call it. I will be moving around the kind of sights and sounds of Kansas City throughout the night, boots on the ground, giving you guys updates from arguably one of the most exciting nights in sports.
Okay, Mad Mel, you look fantastic. You sound really good, too, for what you're battling with.
Wow.
We think.
Well, you know, I mean, nothing a little hair of the dog can't handle, you know. You take a couple shots, you know, you maybe smoke a little thing or two, or a couple cigars, maybe some other extracurricular activities, and you fight through it. It's as simple as that. It's the NFL draft, you know. We're not fucking playing tiddlywinks tonight.
All right, we appreciate you.
Oh, that's great.
All right. We don't want to overdo. We don't want to overdo it, but I had to throw in the Mad Milk. So,
Well, hey, Josh, do we want to get a question in while we're waiting?
yes, I did only get questions this week from the good brother Chris Letta, so everybody throw up the X in the spirit of Des Bryant here for Chris Letta here. Throw up the X. Chris Letta, one of our main contributors here to the Hoots podcast, he has our first question here. He says, "What up, Ooses? Here's a question for the Q&A this week. Prediction on the tag team title match for SmackDown tomorrow night. For those who don't know, we have a rematch of Night 1's WrestleMania main event. It's going to be on like Donkey Kong. I've seen there's been a lot of concern like, oh, here we go. Sammy and Kevin are going to lose the titles because we have a pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia. Folks, remember the rule about 30 days, right? You have your title defense. If it's not in 30 days, it's not in void. Night of Champions
unless you negotiate your contract.
Well, not everybody's a tribal chief, so let's not. There's levels to this. Now, if we're talking about part timers, I don't know, of the past, like, I don't know. Just give me an example. Anybody. Whatever part timers come to your mind for the last 5 to 10 years, ones that pop up your head. Well, all right, let's use. Let's use this for example. Chris Jericho in WWE before he went to AEW. There's Chris Jericho part timer, and then here's Roman Reigns. I'm just being honest. Roman Reigns is on another level, even on Chris Jericho, with all due respect.
Sorry to interrupt. Texans pick is in apparently.
Oh,
Wow, that was quick.
oh, I feel bad.
They're still interviewing Bryce Young on the.
Yeah,
on
we
the
still got a little bit to go yet. But honestly, for this tag match, I think I got Sammy and KO somehow with some shenanigans, furthering the Jey Uso kind of maybe making his way out of the bloodline kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. They also mentioned in the last 2 promos that they're dedicating this match to Roman Reigns. That
Right.
kind of gives you a giveaway of where things are heading. You know what I mean?
I think the crazier thing for me is obviously now with the participation champion, world championship that they're introducing now.
Oh,
like, where
boy.
does that put the? Don't
You be
don't
quiet.
get me started with that one because technically Roman is the world heavyweight champion if you think about
Well-
it. Because the WWE championship that he won from Brock was the WWE World Heavyweight Championship because that was absorbed by the World Heavyweight Championship that Eric Bischoff gave Triple H.
Well,
So-
you see, I don't disagree with you. I agree with everything you said. What I was gonna say is I don't want to hear anybody say that WWE doesn't listen to their fans because for the last 7 months I've had to hear about bitching. Oh, Raw doesn't have a championship. Raw doesn't have a title. All right, here it is. Let's see if you're gonna whine about that 5 months from now. Oh, there should only be one title. No shit, there should only be one title.
Yeah, they continuously do this, and they've done this for the last 15 years.
Well,
They think they have one world champion, and then they're like, no, we want each brand to have its own identity, and then we'll have separate champions, and then they're like, no, we don't have enough to have 2 separate champions. We want one champion.
Well, I already
Pick
you
a
guys
side.
already You guys already know my side on the brand split. It is what it is at this point.
I love the memes going out that they're all like, "Ooh, Roman," with like they show the world title.
Yeah,
Roman's
the
like,
three titles.
another title for me to win. You know what, John? You know what? WWE should make Roman Reigns the first world heavyweight champion
should.
just to troll the fans. How amazing
that
would
be
that be?
insane.
I'm not against it.
Actually, I saw a meme today that Triple H in 2023 World Heavyweight Championship, a picture of Roman holding up to all the two titles, and then that. And then 2024, a new title. Roman has
tremendous.
that one. 2025, he has that one. Like that's
The best part about that and I know Pat and Sam, you haven't had a chance to meet my brother, but my brother is like one of the biggest Roman Reigns haters in the world. Like he's like,
that's a shoot.
Yeah. Oh, and he's like, oh, he sucks. He's like AEW. He's told me several times AEW is going to take over.
Texans announcement.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
With the second pick.
CJ Stroud.
Is it Stroud? Okay.
Oh wow, they did go Stroud. Okay, that's good. They needed to do that.
Quarterback off the board.
Hey, that helps out the Bears because somebody's gonna start trying to trade up for Anthony Richardson here. So be on the lookout for that. Hey, Brother Carter, I should get some extra points in my performance evaluation because I did drop some type of college football reference.
Well done. Yes, bravo. Look at you. And look at you, bravo. And that's good. Anthony Richardson, he's good. He's come on strong last year too. He had a great showing at the Combine.
Well, Brother Carter, to your point about the 3 titles with Roman, if that happens and that allows JD for Dior to leave YouTube and content creation forever, then I'm here for it.
Yeah, that alone should be the reason to do it, right?
Yes.
So,
I don't even see what that dweeb tweets anymore because he blocked me.
So here's something. Apparently, when these guys get picked, they get the official, I guess, ball cap of the team that picks them. Then they go in front of a mirror, and it's a one-way mirror where they have the camera behind it, and then they're like, "Oh, look at me, stunting with the new ball cap of the team that I'm about to play for."
Right.
They're in front of that for like 5 seconds, and then they go to the stage.
Well, how about this? Let's go to the next question here.
Hey, real quick. Can we just can we get Deshaun Watson to tell CJ Stroud where the best massage parlors are in Houston?
Woo!
I love you, bro. That's awesome.
Hey, before you do the question, that's great. I love it. 2 things real quick. One, to answer the question, I've got Sammy and Kevin retaining. I don't see any.
Yes.
We're all in agreement with that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And also, I like this pick for the Texans because I think you can build a franchise around CJ Stroud. I really do. I think he's good.
Well, I'm still trying to understand why Houston gave Brandon Cooks a Bobby Bonilla contract.
That's coming up July 1st.
Sure is.
It's a tradition unlike any other, right?
Happy Bobby Bonilla Day.
All right, the next question for Chris here. He says, outside of Pretty Deadly, who do you think from NXT will be drafted? It's an interesting question here.
That is a good question.
I think Braun Breaker and Cora Jade.
Cora Jade, huh?
I can see that.
She was just on Main Event.
Was she?
Chicago Zone. Shout out to Cora Jade. Very nice. I can see Braun Breaker too, but also he just turned heel, so you gotta see if he's gonna be in NXT for a couple more months. I'm not.
But
really sure
the other
about
thing
that.
too is they've had a lot of people, former NXT, going from
That's
the main
true.
roster back down to NXT. So
Yeah.
I don't know if they're trying to make NXT the third brand like they did a few years ago and just try to have like another like 3-way Survivor Series. Which if it stays War Games, I don't see that happening. But
How about this? I got 2 people. A lady, Zoe Stark, and Cameron Grimes, brother.
Hell yeah.
Well, would you take him or would you take Grayson Waller? Because
I
Yeah.
love Grayson Waller, but NXT needs Grayson Waller more than both of these shows need him right now.
fair.
That's true. That's true.
That's fair. Yeah, I'll tell you who I wouldn't mind seeing is Ilya Dragunov. I think
Yes.
I
He's
think
the
he
man.
would be tremendous. You've got Gunther up there. Can you imagine a Gunther versus Ilya Dragunov match at like a SummerSlam or something like that?
Yep.
That would just be insane.
That would be
Here's
the
an
third-
interesting. Go ahead, Josh.
I want Gunther and Roman so bad right now. I really do.
Yeah.
That
I don't see any. The only way I could realistically see that happen is Gunther finds his way into the World Heavyweight Championship by the time Survivor Series rolls around,
Yeah.
and then it's basically Roman versus Gunther. But give me that in a 60-minute Iron Man match, please, for the love of God.
Drop your 10 Meltzer stars, whatever the fuck we're calling it these days. That's definitely one of those matches there. All I was gonna say was with NXT, I think Grayson Waller is gonna be awesome one way or another when he gets that time to come up. They do have a pay-per-view coming up at the end of the month, so I am kind of curious as they do feature a lot of people on that show. I just don't know how much they want to stockpile for people from NXT. That's my thing. Got to be on the lookout for. But yeah, it should be pretty interesting.
Whoa.
We got a trade, Brother Carter?
Breaking news. Houston's about to – they're just saying Houston's about to trade up for the number 3 pick.
Wow. They got to get Tyree Wilson or something like that.
No, they're taking Will Anderson. They're taking Will
They're
Anderson.
No way.
I mean, Adam Schefter was
That's what
breathing
Shefty
at the
just
top
said.
of his lungs.
Wow.
What are you on ESPN, Brother Carter?
I'm on ESPN.
Oh man, that would be insane.
That's what Shefty just said. Let me find if I can.
Hopefully we get to see whatever this draft compensation is.
They
there,
haven't. I
'cause-
mean, the
Oh.
graphics team on ESPN hasn't updated anything.
Yep, 30. I just pulled it out. The Arizona Cardinals have traded the number 3 overall pick to the Texans. Just tweeted out by Adam Schefter.
Are you sure it's his actual account?
No, well, it is at Adam Schefter. It doesn't mean Adam Schefter's running the account, but
Yeah.
wow.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah,
He sure did tweet that.
Got it. FanDuel's got it. Yep, there we go. Arizona.
Wow.
Cardinals pick.
It's got to be Will Anderson.
It's gonna be, yeah.
Trade to the Texans.
A chef.
Holy crap. That is so huge for the Texans, man.
I like this
Got
move
it.
by the Texans.
Oh, and the
to be
pick
honest.
is in already.
I'm with Josh though, man. Like I want to know what the haul is here. It's got to be some crazy haul. Because the Texans didn't pick again until
12. No,
it was 12.
yeah.
Well, I guess it doesn't have to be too big then.
Well, it's got to. I bet it's going to be a current player, and it's got to be future picks, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
after that.
probably a second round or something like that.
Wow, that's big, man. That's really big.
Hey, that's the charm of the NFL draft, especially the first round.
Yeah, but when do you expect the Texans to do something like that?
That's why I love the NFL draft. It's the wild, wild west.
It's the best. It's the best. Real quick, back to that question real quick.
Yeah.
What are the odds Apollo Crews makes his way back to the main roster?
I wouldn't mind it, actually. I think you need depth on Raw. You need weight. I got to think about this because for me, I showed Brother Carter this. I put this on Twitter if you guys haven't seen it yet, my mock draft for the draft this year. I have Gunther and them going to Raw, in theory, going to SmackDown. So you got – I think you could get a flip-flop of the mid-card titles and see how that shapes out for their mid-card feuds and stuff.
You don't think Gunther should stay on SmackDown though, Josh?
No, I think Raw is a better fit for him, especially with it being a longer show. You're going to get longer matches from him.
Yeah, it's true.
Plus, this also benefits Imperium in a lot of ways for them to get more TV time for their matches and stuff.
Yeah, I would like to see them
Nope,
get further into the
announcement
tag
number
title
3.
scheme there.
All right, here comes Houston's.
All right, let's see what they got.
It's got to be Will Anderson.
That's who I think it is too.
Holy shit. I just see the compensation.
Oh, you got a picture of it you can pull up on the screen?
Yes.
Did Shefty tweet it out or?
Will Anderson. Will Anderson
Will-
Jr. from Alabama is number
That
3.
is so big, dude.
Check this out.
Whoa.
Wow.
Wow. That's great.
That seems pretty fair, to be honest with you.
4 picks and 2 back for the
Well, and they
Cardinals.
I tell you what though, then they are really going all in on Kyler Murray because they must think Kyler Murray's better than he is. The fact that they're dropping
Yeah, well, they were never gonna take a quarterback.
Well, I know, but I mean, like, I don't know.
You got to see what happens with DeAndre Hopkins tonight too.
Well, that's
Yes. Everyone thought that he could possibly be a part of the trade. So maybe, that obviously that happening there kind of takes away from that.
Talk about it, but what about the Lamar Jackson extension?
Not worth the
I
money.
Really think he just bankrupted the Ravens.
Yes.
Well, so here's the thing. I think he's a great player. I think he's worth the money, but the fact that he didn't get a fully guaranteed contract is good for the Ravens. I'll say that.
It's good for the Ravens, but he's injury prone. Like, where the hell has he been in the postseason the last number of years? He's been, an APB's had to be put out on him.
But that's okay, Patrick, because now Baltimore knows they've got it done. They can just focus their draft this year on getting him some help because he's got weapons around him. As you know, he's got J.K. Dobbins. He's got
Odell this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if they just draft O-line players, then and that defense is fine. So if they draft him some O-line players, he'll be fine.
I think they need O-line, and I think they need another wide receiver because they're very short on wide receivers. Obviously, you have Mark Andrews to be the tight end. He's a damn good one, but I feel like he's always lacking the weapons. Like just a couple of years ago, his best receiver was Hollywood Brown.
Right. And they lost their offensive coordinator that helped them out with what was it, Greg Roman, his name?
Greg Roman, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm kind of curious to see how this is going to shape out for the Bears now. So think about this, Sam. Like, we had Houston trade in now. Like, I mentioned the stuff with Richardson. We might luck out on somebody soon. Honestly, I think Robinson's going to go to the Falcons at 8.
I could see him going to the Eagles.
Hey, that'll kind of pop me. I'm sorry, Mitchell McNeil, if you're watching this, but I think Robinson gets picked up before the Eagles pick him. Hashtag Philly is trash.
Dude, but can you imagine Bijan Robinson on the Eagles, another weapon? Like,
well, so how about this? Now that the two quarterbacks have been taken, are the Colts going to draft Anthony Richardson or Will Levis?
Oh, man, that's going to be an interesting one there because they need the quarterback more than anybody.
No, they're going to take the quarterback. There's no question.
Right. Or do they pull a fast one and get Hendon Hooker? That would be insane.
Wow, Hendon Hooker, that's interesting.
No, man, I'm taking I think it's
going to be Richardson.
No way.
Oh, the pick is in.
Yep.
I think they go Anthony Richardson.
Hey, let's throw the praying hands for Pat McAfee.
Either way, Joshie.
Yeah, I like Anthony Robinson too. I do.
Either way, with the Colts taking the third quarterback already in the top 10, it's big for the Bears.
Big time.
Hell yeah. God, I love the NFL draft.
Hey, if he could fall down to Carter and Tyree Wilson, I don't give a crap. Either one of them.
I say take the risk on Carter.
Me too. I'm not opposed to getting Carter, to be honest with you.
The talent is otherworldly. If you have any faith in your organization at all, then you feel like you would be able to get him under wrap and turn him and mold him into a professional.
You got to win in the trenches, and you need players to pop people in the mouth.
Yep. I agree.
Oh, man. I want this to work out for the Colts because I am a fan of Pat, and I don't want to be like, oh shit, I'm bummed out by my team. Like he bought out his own suite. Like he's a season ticket holder or whatever. He bought a suite for the Colts stadium and stuff. Like, man, I'm gonna watch a shitty team for the next 5 years.
See what? Speaking of McAfee, I'm sure that he's gonna be watching this one with real. Oh, there's Irsay.
Hey, how great was that Mad Mel clip?
Shout out to
That was great.
He had a good. Hey, he had a good interview with Coach Prime.
I saw that.
Good. Yeah.
Hey, is anyone seeing that live picture of the Colts draft room?
Yeah, I did.
Why does Jim Irsay look like he has no idea where he is?
because he doesn't. I think he's one of the owners of sports that doesn't hide the fact that he partakes in extra activities. That guy's a trip. I'm a fan of Jim Irsay. He has no filters.
Chicago guy, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
All right, Goodell to the stage.
All right.
It looks like Pat has the draft pick before any of us. So Pat, take it away, brother.
Yep. Anthony Richardson.
Good choice.
Nailed it. Let's go.
Very nice.
That's a good choice. I like it.
Oh.
See, he's one of those guys that you're kind of definitely taking a lottery ticket on, but the skill is so otherworldly where you just have to do it.
It's got an idea.
So that's 3 of the first
That's
4
3 of them.
QBs.
Yep. What if Minnesota trades up to get Will Levis?
Oh
I
my!
just threw out idea right there.
Yeah, that'd be something. So is Minnesota really in the market?
You're not buying Kirk Cousins?
No, honestly, I would have the Vikings trade up with the Bears. Give us Dalvin Cook and a couple picks and do it from there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Dalvin Cook, I feel like always gets hurt like at a stupid time during the year.
You know what though? Hold on. Yeah, because Seattle doesn't need a quarterback now. They got Geno Smith.
Seattle's one of the teams I heard that was interested in Carter, so we'll see if he's
Is
the next
there?
one up.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is there a reason there's only 31 picks in the first round this year? Did somebody lose their pick?
Yeah,
Somebody-
with Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh had a trade with a different team that had the pick for Chase Claypool, and it flipped around that way. So I think
Okay.
Pittsburgh has 32.
Do we have another question, Josh, while we're waiting?
Yes, we do. Thank you for bringing that up, Brett Carter. Chris says here, thoughts on Trinity Fatu debuting on Impact in Chicago tomorrow. I think it's cool. Good for her.
Good for her.
I'm a fan of her work. Impact has a good women's division, so I think it's going to be a good venture for her. And
Not everybody can go across the pond to Japan.
right, and also people don't need to be sitting in catering for Rampage every week. So I'm glad for her that she's not in AEW.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Honestly, I think she's really good. I just wish she hadn't kind of like made herself out to be Sasha Banks' sidekick during this whole thing. You know?
Yeah,
it wasn't a good look. We talked about it, Brother Carter.
and it's one of those things. Like I see both sides of this because I do feel like she kind of got the short end of the stick, and at the end of that deal, she kind of got a raw deal. Once Sasha decided to go. By the way, did you see her latest promo where she was comparing herself?
Oh,
Like-
please don't start.
Like, didn't she like compare herself to The Rock or something like that in her promo?
Yeah.
God. Oh my God. It was. But anyways, like, I really felt WWE kind of missed the mark on this because they could have done something with the bloodline. I think with her, kind of like how Rhea Ripley was involved with Judgment Day, to have Naomi involved with the bloodline storyline, and I think
Agree
that
100%.
really well.
100%.
So I
agree
feel
with
like
you on that one.
WWE kind of missed the mark on that. But also, if she doesn't want to be there, cool. And she's going to do well in Impact, and good for her. I think I think that's great.
Back to the Sasha stuff. I saw the thing of her singing that little song "Mayu Sucks" Forever. I thought that was terrible. That was bad.
All you have to do is watch that, all you got to do is watch that and go, you know what? WWE got it right. They got it right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I don't miss her.
No.
I don't miss her fans, and I don't miss her generic offense.
Josh, that's the thing. You know what? That's the best part about it is I don't miss her fans.
Yep. I gotta tell you guys that this has been pretty cool so far. I mean, it sucks for me. I don't have a TV here, so I can't really see the picks as it's happening. But it's been pretty fun so far going through this process,
great.
right?
Hell yeah.
We might have a new annual tradition. No.
No.
I'm in for that. Hell yeah.
It is Devils 2, Rangers nothing in the second period.
God
by the way.
damn it.
Come on, Kane, pick it up. All right, let's squeeze it. Actually,
one more question. Yep.
no, actually, we have to save it because the next one involves CM Punk because that's what's going to need discussion. So we'll have to wait for this next pick
boy.
here.
I'm gonna grab some water.
Seattle's taking their time.
I think
Unless they're trading.
Seattle gets Carter here. That's my guess.
Oh, don't say that.
I don't want it to happen, but I can see it happening.
Yeah, I can too.
Um,
I don't
What
really
else-
necessarily know their needs though, so I can't really chime in too much.
would it be
Right.
done for them to draft Will Levis when they gave Geno Smith his contract
Yeah.
extension? Right.
I mean, unless they don't believe in Geno as like a long-term option.
Right.
You could also, but they could also draft him and then trade him.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
I mean, why would you, I don't think they're gonna waste a draft pick like that.
You know who they should take? They should take Jalen Carter. Get
You were
some
away
detail.
for 10. You were away for 10 seconds, and Josh just said that.
Oh, did he really? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No,
guys.
but we're hoping that they don't. I want.
All right, we're on a commercial. So, the next one's Punk. Do you have another question?
Yeah, we do.
A quick question we could get in?
Yes, Sam. This is one for me and you. If Washington made Chase Young available at the right price, if you're Chicago, would you make that deal? Chase Young, the pass rusher for the Commanders.
No, I don't think I would. He honestly, he hasn't proven enough to me. We can't. The best ability is availability, and right now
Correct.
he hasn't had it.
That's the one thing John Fox got correct in his time in Chicago. The best ability is availability.
And he's not wrong. He's smart when it comes to that because it's the damn truth, and that's why a lot of people didn't want Lamar Jackson to get the contract that he did.
Chris, honestly, my only interest in that when it comes to Chase Young is if he's a free agent or you're trading a 7th round pick. If Washington's demanding a lot in return for him, no shot.
No,
shot.
no. I mean, the Bears aren't in a position to be trading away draft capital. That's for sure.
No.
And they don't necessarily have the talent to acquire a guy like Young. So I'd steer clear.
By the way, I think it's pretty cool. This year, Samba ESPN 1000 is like telecasting their draft coverage at Soldier Field since they acquired the Bears. That's the new radio station for the Bears this year, ESPN 1000.
They're going to have an announcement when we come back. Apparently, the pick for Seattle is in.
Is Mike Greenberg being replaced? Is Trey Wingo coming back? I don't want to knock Greeny too much because he's actually a Northwestern guy and he's done a lot of work here in Chicago. I have respect for him. It's just the show Get Up I can't stand.
Get Up is fine. Get Up is
it's-
fine, Josh.
He was better when he and Golick were doing Mike and Mike.
Correct. Correct, Pat. Yes.
What, you don't like Dan Orlovsky? You don't like...
I like Dan Orlovsky. I don't like freaking Usa. I'm not a fan of Dan. I'm a douchebag Graziano. I can't stand of his voice or the other schmuck. Oh God, what's his name? The guy from the NFLPA, the guy with the beard.
Tim Hasselbeck?
Dominique Foxworth. He's the most pretentious twat I've ever seen on TV.
Dude, he was on Highly Questionable, and he was hilarious.
Yeah, it's highly questionable that he has a TV spot. It's very highly questionable.
All right.
All right, coming back.
Oh, all right.
Let's do all our sponsor checks.
Yeah. Pay the bills.
Indeed.
Right, Sam? They told us all the time at school, pay the bills.
Yeah, well,
Gotta
sometimes
pay
I
the
was
bills.
sometimes I wasn't sure if they were paying the bills or not.
That's true. I kind of miss that process of like doing the radio show where I line up the commercials at the same time with the board up. Like you just, like scroll down. I miss that aspect of the business.
It was definitely fun. I don't miss hauling my ass down to the South Loop all the time, you know.
All right, Goodell to the stage for the Seahawks pick.
Can somebody else announce these picks instead of him?
Yeah.
Ding ding. All right, who is it, Pat?
Devin Witherspoon.
Oh,
Wow! Wow!
Illinois man goes number 5.
Seattle getting another good defensive back there. That helps out the Bears a lot right there too. Now we're down to 6. Detroit is up next.
Unfortunately, I think Detroit has a big chance to pick Jalen Carter themselves.
Hey, if that happens, I'm fine. If we get Tyree Wilson, that'd be awesome.
Oh, yeah, I'll be fine with that.
Hey, let's give it up for the brand new
Lions.
What could go wrong will go wrong.
No, your hot take boy himself right here says the Lions are winning the NFC North next season.
It's a crapshoot this way. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened.
Well, hey, Josh, speaking of things that could go terribly wrong, let's get to the next question.
Okay, here we go. Thoughts on Punk mending fences before Raw. I'm going to save my CM Punk thoughts to what the hell is wrong with AEW. I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts on what's been going on the last couple of days. And trust me, I won't be upset if you said anything bad about him. It's all good.
I think it was just a big publicity stunt, quite honestly. I mean, at this point in time, he has nothing to lose. And if, going there puts eyes on, Raw a little bit more, if going there puts eyes on him going back to AEW more, at this point, nothing can hurt because he's been gone for so long. But you're not going to get that return pop that you had when he first got to AEW, which was still probably one of the most insane pops I have ever seen in wrestling history, no matter if it was WWE or AEW. Yep. But to me, that is going to be probably one of his, outside of him, doing the whole, blowing a kiss to Vince McMahon meme, leaving Money in the Bank in Chicago with the WWE Championship. Yep. That's probably going to be one of the highlights for me for him.
Hey, Sam and I were at that United Center show.
Yes.
Damn it, I cried that night. Damn it. Screw you, Tony Khan. You made me cry for this. And
you know what, man? I'm a CM Punk hater as much as anyone. But having been at that show, I'll never forget it. That was the most unbelievable pop I've ever been a part of. And let's face it, let's be real here. It was a special moment in wrestling history. Granted, it didn't last long, but it was still awesome.
The definition of shock value, I think, would be the best way to describe that.
Oh, it's no doubt it was one of the great moments, really, in all of professional wrestling history. And I'm with you, Sam. I can't stand CM Punk. I think Phil Brooks is a whining, sniveling bitch that needs to go the fuck home and stay the fuck home. But you can't deny what that moment was and that energy in the building. But it didn't last for two reasons. One, because Punk is a whining, sniveling bitch, and his true colors finally rose at the All In scrum, and his true who he is as a person finally came to light. And Tony Khan doesn't know how to. He wants to be people's friends. He doesn't want to be their boss. So when his friends were fighting, he's like, "Oh, guys, figure it out.
So
no.
So I've been saying it for years. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I've been saying it for years. CM Punk is his own worst enemy, and what happened at the 100%. Scrum just proved it. And as for him showing up to Raw, I want to know either who the hell does he think he is, or who the hell asked for CM Punk to come to Raw to talk to people? Because I don't feel like anybody in that locker room said, you know what, we should call CM Punk. We should have him come up here and see what he, I agree with Pat. I think it was a big publicity stunt on his part, and he's trying to get ears and eyes back on his name. And honestly, I'm not sure people really care anymore.
We got breaking news. Arizona's trading up to the 6th spot.
Whoa!
With Detroit.
Really?
Yeah. I just saw it from Schefter right now.
Yeah, wow.
That's a good catch there, Joshie.
I just saw that. I just saw that too. Nice, Josh. Good job.
We're gonna get a baller, Sam. We're gonna get a guy. I was worried about Detroit when it comes to Carter, to be honest with you. I'm surprised we're getting this many trades in the top 10, though. That's the thing, Carter.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
What does Arizona need? Are they going to try to maybe they take Jalen Carter to protect Kyler Murray?
Jalen Carter's defensive tackle.
Yeah, he's defensive tackle. Or they probably get Paris Johnson from Ohio State.
That could be
tackle, maybe. Pat, I mean, it's pretty cool,
Oh yeah,
right?
sorry, he's defensive line. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Pat, it's been pretty cool, right? 7 years. What's been like your main takeaway from this show since it's been going on?
To me, I think it's just you and how you've been able to just maneuver and just have all of us on. You know, as you said at the start of the show, having you and Adam doing this, and I've known you for a while. I've known Adam for a while, and even brother Carter I've known for a while, and the three of us have done shows together before this. And I think just to me, like you've been the one, obviously the one constant, whether it's you going solo, you having, brother Carter as your co-host, Adam as your co-host, Sam as your co-host, myself, as humble as I am to be, considered one of your co-hosts. I think just you and your longevity in this business, and I think you have shown that you are way overdue to get, some sort of transcription job somewhere, or just being involved in the business on a more public front, because you have immense talent, and it just somebody needs to just pick you up and run, and put some chips on you and just, have your number hit.
Thank you, Pat, man. I really appreciate that.
Here.
Well
said, Cardinals. All right, so Cardinals are getting number 6, Lions are getting 12, and second round pick number 34.
Wow. Not too
bad.
shabby.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
no,
that's not bad.
Not as much as the other trade that we saw a few moments ago. Pat, so what you're saying, man, I really appreciate you saying that. And, it's kind of interesting with Adam's pick being up next with the Raiders and stuff. Like, a lot of this is credit to him. And, like, the idea of what we wanted to do with this show is really thanks. I'll give my credit where credit's due, not in the braggadocious way. Oh, let's see what the.
Sorry, I was about to say. Sorry to jump in, Josh. Yeah. Cardinals are up there.
All right, let's see what they got. What did they trade it up for?
Paris Johnson Jr.
Wow.
Good job, Josh. Good call.
Traded up for a tackle. Wow.
That's one of the guys that I would not have minded seeing on the Bears.
Honestly, Sam, it was either him or Darnell Wright from Tennessee. Those are the guys I was looking at. I mean, I wouldn't have been mad if it was Skoronski.
No, I'd be happy with that too.
His suit color could be left something to be desired, though.
I'll take your word because I'm not watching it right now.
Not a fan of the cream there, Pat.
I was about to say it looks like it would be better suited on like bed sheets or something.
Hey, maybe Seth Rollins will rock that.
Yeah. Pat's over here coming at his suit game.
Onesie he wore on Monday Night Raw. My God. He looked like he stepped out of a reject zoo or something.
Yeah, but he's the only guy. But he's the only guy that can pull that off. He can pull off almost anything.
Pat, I will not accept any Seth Rollins slander. I will not.
I really hope that they make him the inaugural, world heavyweight, champion.
Me too.
That's my pick.
Well, let me rephrase that. World heavyweight champion version 2.
Yes, 2.0. Yes.
2.0.
I tell you what, Josh, I'll tell you what, though, and I don't know if we have a question about this. I've got a dark horse pick for that.
All right. We'll save that a little bit.
Okay.
I hope it's not. I just had an idea of who you might say, and I hope it's not who you think. I hope it's not who I'm thinking you're going to say.
We'll see. We'll find out.
I have a pick that would make the internet burn.
My thought is one of your guys' pick, I'm sure.
Okay, we'll see. As a dark horse. As a dark horse.
The modern day Maharaj.
So, who do you guys got the Raiders picking here? I mean, they're a team full of needs.
Yeah.
I don't know, Josh. I'm still like your modern day Maharaj.
Gender. Gender mom.
Count me out.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sam, who is that behind you there?
my cat has joined the chat. This is Cubby.
What's
Hello,
up, Cubby? What's up, good sir? Yeah.
He is my good luck charm for the Cubs this year.
Hey, they're off to a good start so far, my man.
Yeah, not bad.
Much surprise.
Playing pretty good ball.
Yeah. By the way, since we're talking
Came
about,
right in like 2 before the Bears go, so maybe that's a sign.
who knows? Maybe the Raiders might go get Jalen Carter. We'll have to see how this one plays.
Honestly, man, that you can go wherever you want with the Raiders because they need it.
Hey, they might need a quarterback too. I know they signed Jimmy G, but who knows? Maybe they draft Will Levis here.
Do y'all follow NFL memes on Instagram?
Yes,
or on
I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you see the ones when he signed Jimmy G? Those were
Yes.
amazing.
That was tremendous. Hey, honestly though, talk about the Raiders and stuff. Like, honestly, a lot of this is credit to Adam, and a lot of the vibe that we have with the show over the last 7 years is really basically the concept of what we came up with when we started thinking about doing the show. Because honestly, I had a different type of show than this when I was doing the radio show. It was more structured and stuff like that because it was a radio show. But I think, Sam, you could attest to this. Even when I had the PW show, there's still a lot of the elements from that show I brought to this.
No, yeah, I love the PWE show. It was, I mean, like you said, it had its differences, but structurally, I mean, it was kind of the same vibe I got.
Yeah, and the main thing I wanted to bring with this show is having more nuanced conversations and having a bigger picture outlook on things instead of being like living and dying on every Raw or SmackDown. That's kind of the way I look at wrestling now since I've gone into these transcripts and stuff, that I notice things that a lot of people not notice, and I can see when it happens. I don't need a reasoning for an angle to happen at this exact moment at that exact time because I know when it's coming. I can appreciate it instead of forecasting it. I mentioned this before to Brother Carter. I think two people get stuck in fantasy booking and not actually watching the show. We all can fantasy book and have ideas of way things should or should not go, but are you actually paying attention to what's really happening as the show's going on? Like, if you're fixated on getting likes and retweets and having your take on Twitter, you're not watching wrestling for the right reasons, in my opinion.
In other words, fantasy booking is just that. Fantasy booking. And it's okay. It's okay to do, but at the end of the day, you're not the one making these decisions for a reason.
Right.
Quick score update. Devils
score?
3, Rangers nothing.
Oh, go to hell, Pat.
Yeah.
Turn Prudential Center into a parking lot. I know I use that joke a lot, but I love Major League too. I'll use that line to the cows.
All right, Raiders pick is in.
All right, Raiders.
Pat, is this game 6?
5.
5. So
Tied up 2-2 right now. The road team through the first 4 games has won each
wow.
game.
That's killer.
I just saw the Raiders pick. Okay, that's interesting.
How did you see the pick?
I saw it on Twitter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it John Cena?
No, that'd be funny though. It's Spice Adams.
Oh, hell yeah. Love Spice. Not a very good football player, but a hell of a comedian.
Yeah, shout out to Spice.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and the capper was the third goal was a shorthanded goal.
Oh my God, that is killer. I really need the Rangers to win, at least get to the conference finals because I need that first round pick for Patrick Kane.
Hey, Pat, is Donald Trump's nephew up at the stage yet? Is he at the podium yet? Has he made the trek up there?
Donald Trump's nephew.
Yeah, Josh, I just saw the pick on Twitter too. Interesting.
Yes.
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, so apparently I'm following the wrong accounts.
Whatever you do, don't fall for the paid blue check mark people.
No.
especially on wrestling, because you'll be okie doke to the cows come home when it comes to that type of reporting. Holy shit!
I'll tell you what though, man. Even in Vegas, Raiders fans are just a different breed, man. They are insane.
I like the Raiders a lot for their jerseys and stuff. I kind of like the image, the black and white or silver.
Yeah.
Black and silver. I dig that. Raider Nation, shout out to Ice Cube. I will say today is definitely a good day. I get to hang out with the Good Brothers and record the best podcast in all of professional wrestling today. So today's a good day so far.
The most real podcast in all of wrestling.
Yes.
Well,
Here we go.
There's tools coming out.
Come on, Roger Trump, pick it up.
Who's got the better haircut?
They cancels each other out.
What do we got?
Tyree Wilson.
Oh wow! We might get Carter, man. Sam, we might get Carter. He's still available.
Well, it really all depends on who the Falcons take, because if the Falcons don't take him, I don't see how the Bears pass on him.
I don't think his sunglasses could be any bigger, though.
Yeah, those are a little much.
Look at those sunglasses. Yeah.
Those remind me of Max Headroom sunglasses.
Do we have a question, Josh?
Yeah, by the way, Sam, guess what? Ryan Pace and the Falcons are up next.
Hey, Ryan Pace lives for screwing over the Bears, so.
Yes. All right, next question here. He said, how many QBs go in the top 10 in the draft? Well, we already seen 4 already, so.
3.
I don't think.
Right?
3? No, we had
3.
4. We had, Bryce,
CJ and Anthony Richardson.
Will Levis hasn't gone yet.
Oh, okay, so 3. Bears are obviously not picking a quarterback. The Eagles are not picking a quarterback, so no.
I'm gonna say 5.
Well, you said the top 10 of the draft, so we'll just keep
top
it to
10.
3.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Well, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen right here. Desmond Ridder is the current Falcons quarterback, and I'm not fully in on Desmond Ridder as an NFL quarterback just yet. I don't know about you guys.
By the way, shout out to Cap. I just saw him put a picture of him rocking a Mitch jersey at Soldier Field. That's funny. This is troll people. I'll admit that it's pretty funny, actually.
Yeah.
Take that.
I love Cap, man.
He's a local legend, Brother Carter and Pat. David Kaplan, a national treasure.
One of the reasons I got into broadcasting.
I love it.
Yes.
He is taking his time getting to the stage.
You know what, Brother Carter? I like this idea of doing a show during the first
annual.
round.
Yeah, I like it. It's cool. I like it.
I think we got something here.
I think as we always do on the podcast that Hoots, Josh, we innovate and we.
Oh my God! He just literally bear hugged Roger Goodell and almost.
Oh my goodness
did a
gracious!
suplex.
All right, so you guys mentioned that 3 quarterbacks have been taken.
Yeah.
Where do you see Will Levis getting drafted to?
Unless Tennessee doesn't get desperate and let him fall down to them, I can see Titans getting him. I mentioned Minnesota possibly trading in to come in.
Well, speaking of, they just showed a camera shot of him going to commercial.
They're very smart. I will give credit to ESPN or NFL Network. They're very good with their storytelling of who's up next.
Who's out there?
Picks, yeah.
Yeah,
we
for
got
sure.
Do you have any more questions, Josh?
Yeah, we got a couple more. I mean, we didn't get a lot this week for questions. I kind of figured that was going to be the case since we're going to be doing the reactions to the picks, which is cool. Chris here said, do you think the brand split ends within the next 3 to 5 years? I'll take this one really quick. I'll probably say maybe 2 years max. 2. I mean, it's always topsy-turvy, like you mentioned before, Pat. Like, one moment we're going to have 2 titles, the next we're not. We're going to have a brand split, then we won't. I can't really forecast that far, but if I'm going to say 2 years.
Stay out of their own way with this. It's either they want a solid single heavyweight champion, they want a single mid card, they want a single women's championship, a single tag team championship, or they want each brand to have their own champion, and after they exhaust all their stories with a single championship, then they're like, okay, well, we'll have person A cross over to the other brand, and then we'll start intermixing the brands again, and then everybody's like, oh, okay, well, 2 months later, draft time, and then 3 months later, yay for interpromotional again.
Go ahead, Brother Carter.
I was going to say it's tough too because you're also dealing with two different sets of TV executives, because you've got the USA executives and Fox executives, and they may want something different. So Triple H has to navigate.
Right.
Somebody may say, well, we would like to have our own champion. So, and if we're the ones that are paying you and are having you on our network, we may want our own champion. So that's part of it too, is if executives may want certain things that Triple H has to navigate.
The better question with that is, does NBC Universal get say because they own Peacock?
Well, that's true.
They own the streaming for WWE right now.
That's true too. It's hard.
I've been saying that especially with the draft tomorrow coming up, you're gonna get a good idea of where things stand with these TV right discussions. Because if Roman Reigns gets drafted to Raw, I'm gonna tell you right now,
he's not getting drafted to Raw. He's getting drafted to SmackDown.
Well, we're gonna see how interested in wrestling Fox really is tomorrow. That's all I'm gonna say. By the way, the Bears are on the clock. Do we really care about spoilers for the Falcons, or should we wait for?
Did you get the pick, Josh?
Yeah. You want me to say it, or do you guys want me to wait?
I don't care. Just don't spoil. Just don't spoil the Bears pick for me.
I don't have the Bears pick. I got the Falcons pick. That's what I was mentioning.
Can I guess?
Go ahead.
Is it a running back?
Yes.
Oh
wow! Wow!
Well, wow! They're coming back from commercial right now.
Oh, Joshie.
I'm gonna say it's Bijan Robinson because he's the best available running back on the board.
Yeah, a running back from Brother Carter's alma mater.
Should I be doing this?
Look at the thumbs down. I love that.
Should I be saying hook 'em horns?
No, you shouldn't say that.
You be quiet, Sam. You're gonna make the list if you're not careful.
Wait a minute, you're wearing a Colorado shirt.
I'm in Colorado right now.
Not for long.
This is true. I guess I don't know if I've told the news to everybody out there, but we'll wait till after this pick and then we'll talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
All right, Goodell is attempting to make his way to the podium, but apparently he's being joined by a couple other people from. There we go.
My finger is on fire right now.
Yeah, Sam is dealing with an injury right now. We appreciate him toughing it out here, hanging out with us for tonight.
Just a little surgery, that's all.
All right, Falcons.
For the organization, and they're thrilled to have Chris and Shane making their pick. Okay, guys, take it away.
Bum, bum.
Bijan Robinson.
Woo!
2023 NFL.
I got some breaking news.
He's got some fabulous hair.
Breaking news.
Yeah, the Eagles traded up. They swapped picks with the Bears, so the Eagles are on the clock.
Oh.
You're lying.
The show goes on
Yes.
longer.
I'm afraid I got some bad news.
Oh, no. You gotta be shitting me.
Yeah, the Eagles traded up. I know Matt's pissed because he wanted Bijan Robinson bad, Brother Carter. He wanted it really bad.
God damn it.
Wow. That's great. Hook 'em, baby. Let's go.
Who announced the trade there, Josh?
We had Albert Breer.
Albert Breer.
Yeah.
Okay, it just popped up on ESPN. Chicago Bears trade pick.
Yep.
Unreal.
Wait,
I think we're
Hold
going.
on.
I think we're going defense or offensive tackle.
They're only
That's
going
my
one
guess.
spot. It looks like though.
Oh, we have to now.
Yeah.
Unless you take the kid from Ohio State at wide receiver, but I'm not sure you do that after the DJ Moore trade.
No, I don't think we're getting JSN.
Smith and Jigba. It's a hell of a player, though.
Yeah, he's very good. Hey, we'll save it to next year for Marvin Harrison Jr.
Count me in.
I love it.
If he's
By the
anything
way,
like
real
his
quick,
daddy.
Real quick, Josh, I'll let everybody know. I don't know if they talked about this yet, but your boy's moving to Arkansas. I got a job out in Arkansas. Very excited about that.
Yes.
Yeah, big boy job. You can follow me on social media to find out where I'm going. And yeah, I'm really excited about being out there. It's a beautiful part of the country. Lots of trees, and there's places to go hiking and stuff like that. So we're really excited about being out there and all that stuff. So yeah,
Congratulations, Brother Carter.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I'm now only a quick plane flight away to Chicago. So because I'm actually going to be just north of Little Rock, and so I can head up to Chicago at a moment's notice. And I'm very excited about that.
No.
They're now
I smell a live and in color show.
We talked about it.
It's not a bad idea.
We've talked about it. Yeah. Oof. Any more questions? Do we have any more questions, Josh? Do we have time to get a quick one in, or are we?
Let me see. We'll do one after this next pick.
Cool. I'm sure we want to get into some.
Oh, this one about the draft. He says, with Roman being the number 1 pick, does Bianca become number 2? I'm gonna say no. I wouldn't mind her being the second pick, but I think it's obvious it's probably Cody or Seth.
So it's got to be.
I'm going Bianca.
It's got to be Seth, though, right? Because Cody's going to get drafted to SmackDown, isn't he?
Well, think of it like this. Why would they not want to draft the champion in retrospect, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Plus, Bianca's the champion of Raw, so...
Yeah, but we've seen that where each show has drafted the other one's champion. We just did it last year with Becky and Charlotte.
Right.
And they had that awkward belt exchange. That was just weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
By the way, speaking of Becky, I want to give a big shout out to Trish Stratus for her promos over the last couple weeks.
Yes.
Dude,
Top notch.
So let me say this: when she first came back and she was, this good guy, I really didn't think she had it in her anymore to be a heel because she sounded too soft spoken. She sounded like a mom, a regular Canadian mom.
Right.
And when she dropped the ball on Becky like that, man, she could still do it. She could still do it for sure.
Thank you, Trish. Thank you, Trish.
Yeah, she's something else. She's still so good.
I mean, it's pretty obvious for the Eagles, right? You're probably going to go for Carter. I mean, if
the way they're hyping him up, they just Schefter just talked about his ties with Philadelphia, so that's not
pisses me right off.
Then
Pat, I'll tell you this: either this dude is Warren Sapp or Albert Hainsworth. So, I mean, it makes
isn't even on his head. This guy for the Falcons, like that. It's literally like 4 inches above his head.
It really does make sense for the Eagles. I mean, they are more prone to have a player like him on their roster right now. There is red flags. I mean, it is out there. I said it before. I'm not opposed if he was a Bear, but it does make sense for the Eagles if they wanted him that badly. So, and plus Fletcher Cox is going to be retiring soon. So
that's true. That's true. I just felt like it. Go ahead, Pat.
In addition to the 10th pick this year, the Bears are getting a 4th round pick next year as well from the Eagles.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I like this. I mean, it's fine, I guess, but I thought the Bears could have gotten a little more compensation, a higher than a 4th round pick.
Well, in reality, they're moving one spot back.
No, but it's clear that the Eagles want somebody.
Well, honestly, I think those draft picks are only swayed if it's a quarterback. If you're trading extra picks, it's the value of the position. It's what's comes with the draft picks.
I suppose.
Yeah.
I suppose that's true.
But yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see who they're gonna get. My guess is gonna be the tackle from Tennessee. That's my pick.
The Bears?
Yeah, that's gonna be my guess.
All right, Goodell to the stage.
This is not great audio for the podcast, folks, but you guys know by the description that we're reacting to
Jalen
the Carter.
Carter.
Wow, there it is.
Eagles.
Yep, there it is.
I'm pissed.
All right. Bears are on the
Looks
clock.
like he's very. They're showing his reaction. He looks very emotional. I think this is the
Yeah,
team that
he might win a
he
Super Bowl
wanted to-
next year. He might win a Super Bowl in year 1.
That
Well, he's a Drew Rosenhaus guy because Drew Rosenhaus is right next to him.
Yeah, he's definitely getting a big contract. Super agent, right, Pat? That's who he is. Rosenhaus. Right, he's a super agent.
man.
I forgot about this.
Well, they announced the Bears pick is in already, so
All right, let's cool. Let's get her done. Let's get us a tackle or something.
No.
Wow, yeah, holy cow, the Bears are going fast. They must have known who they wanted then. Otherwise, they wouldn't have made this deal.
Yeah, they're probably messing around with the Eagles saying, "Oh, we're gonna pick Carter if you don't trade up." You know, so that pisses me off, man. I thought the risk was worth the reward, honestly.
I don't disagree with you, brother. I agree with you on that. Brother Carter, did they say the fourth round was for this year or
Next year.
next year.
Okay, that makes sense. Yep. All right.
That's pretty cool.
Well, I hope. Come on, Cat. I hope for his sake he turns. I hope for his sake he turns it around and has a hell of a career.
That's awesome. Like he's got a second chance, and he's changing his family's life, no doubt about it. That's pretty cool. That's what I love most about this. There's a lot of these spots you can tell they're changing their family's lives. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right, Brother Carter, who do you think we're gonna get for your expert opinion for college? Who do you think we're gonna get?
Oh gosh. I'm just kind of looking at the board here. Could the Bears use a wide receiver?
We could, I guess.
What? Okay, let me ask this: what are the Bears' needs right now?
Offensive line, defensive line, and
Yeah.
more of both of those.
Yes. In the trenches, basically.
Well, you know, if they need an O-line, I mean, Skoronski from Northwestern is still out there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that at all. Again, he wasn't my top choice, but I knew coming into the draft that the Bears would have plenty of options at that number 9 slot. So
You know, if you need a cornerback, I mean, Christian Gonzalez from Oregon is still out there too.
I don't want him.
Okay.
The only cornerback I wanted was Witherspoon. But I honestly I wouldn't have picked him at 9 even if he was still there.
I mean, if the Bears are going to trade further back, I was thinking maybe Joey Porter from Penn State, but that was the farthest I thought I was going to go for that. But yeah, Brother Carter, I'm going to go with the trenches here. So either the guy from Tennessee that I mentioned or Skoronski. I'm fine either way.
Are you talking about Darnell Wright?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that sounds right, Josh. It's going to be one or the other, unless they pull a Chicago Bears move and draft Mitchell Trubisky.
Right. Hey, Skoronski is like a Chicago name of Chicago names, right? Skoronski.
Oddly enough, though, he actually grew up a Packers fan, so.
Screw him then. Oh man, it's gonna be so great seeing the demise of the Packers this football season, guys.
I'm not getting my hopes up.
Yeah. And Jordan
The
Love.
problem is now I have to see Aaron Rodgers twice. in
Yeah,
the season.
that is some bad news for you, brother.
Pat, just go for the collarbone.
The collarbone.
Wow.
Hopefully Rodgers doesn't get canceled by then.
I'm just interested to see how he's going to handle the New York media, because New York media is one of the most ferocious groups around. So
Yep.
It's going to be interesting for sure.
That'll be fun.
It's gonna be a circus for sure with Rodgers.
I hope it goes as well as Brett Favre in New York.
Yeah, the parallels are uncanny and not lost on me for sure.
Did you all see the reaction video of NFL Live?
No.
Yes,
It's great.
That
It's
was-
great. It's
that was
hilarious.
great. It was amazing.
Yeah, Marcus Spears can't keep his mouth shut.
Hey, he was
You
excited.
gotta hear my voice. You gotta hear my voice.
Hey, I like you some Marcus Spears.
Oh man.
What do you guys think of Mina Kimes?
I think she's decent. I think sometimes she acts like her shit don't stink though. That's my only critique.
I
of
like
her.
Mina Kimes fine.
I don't know.
I
She
think
just
she does a
comes
good
off
job.
very snarky at times. That's just
Well, a woman in sports getting that far, that probably has a right to be snarky, but she probably shouldn't be.
yeah.
I mean, she was great on Highly Questionable. She was hilarious there.
All right, here we go.
All right, Pat.
The moment
give us,
that Josh and Sam have been waiting for.
I'm gonna have to take an earpiece out for this one.
give us some good news, Pat.
Jordell Wright. Oh, I'm sorry,
Yes.
Darnell Wright. Excuse me, Darnell Wright.
Yes.
Good call, Josh.
Yes. Big Mauler run people down.
Well, it's definitely a need. So
Yes.
probably not the guy I would have picked, but
And he is
That's
not,
why-
he
that's
is
why I'm-
not in Kansas City. He is
Well,
at home in Knoxville,
And,
Tennessee.
and again, Sam, like we talk about this all the time. You just never know who's going to make the transition. Like he could end up being amazing, and then we'll go, well, I'm glad we did that. You know.
oh, for sure, yeah. Well, I mean, Jesus, he is huge.
That's a big boy.
I hope Ryan Poles knows what he's doing. I mean, obviously we have no choice but to give him the benefit of the doubt, and
Yeah.
Plus,
But yeah.
this is his second straight year of drafting somebody out of Tennessee. We all know how the first guy turned out, so.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't know. I mean, honestly, historically, is Tennessee really known for their wide receivers?
It's true.
That's
Well,
a big boy, though. That's
hey,
a big boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like the guy from Blindside, right? Michael Orr, like his
Yeah.
like height and stuff.
Yeah, the guy is massive. He's like, I think it said he's 6'5".
6'5",
6'6".
333.
Yeah.
They had a
Look at that
5'7"
man
40
run that 40.
I know this was the guy that Louis Riddick said that the Bears should get. I heard him on Waddle and Sylvie. He's like, oh, you got to get this guy.
Well, I'm happy with it. I hope he helps our boy Justin Fields stay in that pocket just a little longer.
Right.
Nice. That's a good pick. I like it.
For sure.
Who's up next, Brother Carter, before we get to this next question?
Titans.
Tennessee and their pick is in.
Oh, their pick is in. Okay, well, we better see what they're going to do.
All right, we had two more questions here for the Q&A.
Great.
Yeah,
Here
this
we go. Thoughts on the new World Heavyweight Championship. We already got Pat's thoughts on it. This is what we'll do for this question.
Okay.
Who do you think would be your pick for the inaugural champion?
I have my pick.
Go ahead, Pat.
I've
Who
got.
you got?
Hold
up, brother. Let's
I want to hear Brother Carter's
Okay.
first.
I've got who I think will win it, and then kind of a dark horse thing.
Okay.
So I think who will is, I agree. I think it's going to be Seth Rollins. I think that's a great choice. I think he's earned it. He can compete with the rest of them. I think that's terrific. My dark horse choice, though, to get it is Mr. L.A. Knight.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is not who I thought you were. Gonna
Yeah. I love L.A. Knight. That's my dark horse. Who do you think I was going to go with? Cody?
say. No, I want to hear Josh's pick, and then I'll tell you who I thought your dark horse was going to be.
All right, my dark horse pick that I said that will set the internet on fire. A-Town Don.
Yeah.
Love it.
I love that. I love that.
I'm all about it.
Give me the pencil, pal.
So I thought one of you guys were gonna say Dominic Mysterio.
Oh, that would have been awesome too.
That would have been great.
I mean, when you said set the internet afire, I mean he's one of the, I would say, top 3 heels right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got yes.
My pick, and it's gonna probably be out of left field, is the Rated R Superstar.
It's a good pick.
Edge,
I don't mind that.
because 1, you're not expecting it. 2, he didn't lose the World Heavyweight Championship the last iteration it was around. He had to surrender it due to injury, and then he came back at the Royal Rumble a few years ago. But I would definitely, if somebody gave me $5 to put down, I would probably get some odds on Edge, even though Seth Rollins is probably the betting favorite.
I like it.
Yeah, I was going to say Seth Rollins too, but since it's already been taken, I'm going to throw a name out there who I think is super deserving, and I'm going to say Drew McIntyre. The guy carried the company through 2020 and COVID and never got his due with fans in the building, and I think he deserves it.
Yep.
That's a good point, Sam.
I hope that will entice him to stay too, because there's rumors running rampant that he's going to go play fifth fiddle in the Blackpool Cut Colt Club.
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck.
By the way,
I hope he's not going to pull an MJF and basically start saying, "Oh well, if you guys don't pay me, my contract's coming up and I can go elsewhere."
You know what? Let him go. You want to go play fifth fiddle and sit behind Cesaro and Danielson with a screwdriver? Be my guest.
I don't think Drew's
Wheeler
gonna do
useless.
That.
Wheeler useless.
I really don't think Drew's going to do that.
Hey, you also got Sheamus. You got Bobby Lashley that's in that scenario if you want to put them there. I also had the dark horse of Killer Cross, but that's just me. If you want to get him hot tracked and get him back to where he was at NXT, I think that title could work out for him.
I could definitely see carrying Cross as a potential champion myself. That would definitely be. I mean, he's one of Triple H's boys, that's for sure.
I will say, if Drew does wind up winning it, it's got to be a heel Drew.
I agree. I agree.
It's time.
Yeah, I like it.
I said that either Drew gets the world title or let's say Cody eventually beats Roman. Drew's the first feud for Cody. After
I don't know, Josh. I kind of dig your A-Town down pick. I'm not gonna lie. That would be.
Oh. Can you picture all the people like, oh, I'm so done with WWE. They only want heels to be champions. No shit, that's how you draw money.
So does that mean then that he loses the U.S. title at Backlash?
Yes.
He's going to be a hell of a world champion, man.
Yeah, he is. Oh.
Could have already been if they didn't squander him with the briefcase.
I wasn't mad at it.
All right, Goodell to the stage for the Titans pick.
Yeah, this is really the last chance for someone to pick Levis for at least the foreseeable rest of the round.
I don't know who's next after these guys, so you guys have to help me out with the board.
Peter Skoronsky
from Northwestern.
Okay.
The next 3 go Detroit, Green Bay, and then New England.
Okay. Well, let's see if Detroit. Ooh, does Detroit get Will Levis and replace Jared Goff?
After a career season, though?
I don't know.
Hey, watch Green Bay select a quarterback now.
That would be phenomenal.
Watch them take Levis.
Hey, speaking of phenomenal, what about AJ Styles?
He's still
AJ's
hurt.
not a bad
I'm
option.
okay with that. Yeah.
I mean, down the road, obviously, I think that's that's not a bad
down the
pick.
road, obviously. But if we're still talking inaugural world heavyweight champions, I mean, obviously, unless AJ comes out of nowhere and just
So what's his
decides-
deal? Is he injured?
Speaking of out of nowhere,
Yeah, he's injured.
Oh,
what about
What if they put it on the Miz?
Pat, as far as Randy's concerned,
be hilarious.
I think Randy is going to go to SmackDown and probably more focus on the Roman titles.
Please give me a Randy Roman program
Yes.
for a couple months, please.
Yes.
Even if Randy has to go through Solo to get to Roman.
Yes.
at this point, I just want Randy to come back. I just want to know that he's going to be able to return.
Right. I agree
By the
too.
way, within 5 years, Solo is going to be world champion too. Solo
I
is
agree.
incredible.
Well, here's the thing with Randy, guys. Like, it was funny. I was with Raw. Like, Riddle was doing the promo to Sammy. He's like, "Hey, Randy trusts me. He never hit me with RKO." I'm like, the whole time, like, "Hey, don't worry, pal. He'll hit you in an RKO before you know it."
It's coming.
I will admit I was kind of bummed out. I wasn't at the Horizon on Monday, but the crowd got a good show on Monday, so I thought that was pretty cool for them.
Yeah, I wished I was there too.
Shefty is just saying Lions have 5 of the next 43 picks.
Oh God, what could go wrong?
Right?
No, Josh, this is the brand new Lions.
Wow, I just saw their pick. It is the brand.
Oh no!
Okay, I want to be surprised.
Oh, Josh, so we get bringing in the foreshadowing over here.
We gotta have some broadcasting etiquette still here on this program.
Yeah, Josh, we've got to do this every year. We've got to do it. We've got to do a draft show every year. This is
I'm
awesome.
loving this. This has been
This is a blast.
But it also
Right.
depends. Let's hope that our fans like it. By the way, if you haven't done so already and you're checking us out, be sure to hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Be sure to like us on Apple and
Jamir
Spotify.
Gibbs.
Give us a 5-star rating, all that stuff.
But really quick on the Spotify point, please, if you guys have the opportunity, share it as much as you can, whether it's on articles, on social media. Like, honestly, we need 80 specific Spotify listeners to reach for ambassador ads to help us not only expand the reach of the show, but to help get some compensation back for the show. Honestly, hammer that Spotify link as much as you can. Like I mentioned, Brett Carter, if you could share it on Wrestling Rumors, or they won't let you. I'm not sure about that. But,
I put it up there a couple times just in case. Just dropped it in there. No one said anything, but wow.
Jamir Gibbs.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was not expecting that.
Wow.
I was expecting him to go in the 28 to 30 range.
Yeah, same.
Wow, that's a big pick.
Where I guess the question would be, as they said that the Lions have 5 of the next 43 picks, where would their next pick be? Maybe they were just worried that he wasn't going to be on the board at that point.
Well, honestly, I'm going to be straight up with you. I didn't know they're in the market for a running back now. They still got DeAndre Swift. I know they lost.
They got
Did Jamal Charles
Montgomery?
get traded?
Oh yeah, they got Montgomery too.
It makes no sense. I don't know why they got it.
That is weird.
I know they have extra picks, right, Brother Carter? But
Yeah,
why
they have 5
go with the
yeah, they
running
have
back now?
Think of that 3-headed monster in the backfield. Good
Well,
Lord.
They just said too. They were just talking about it here. You could again put him in the backfield, make him a slot receiver if you needed to as well.
Yeah. Oh, they're excited about it.
Yeah. Look at the monitors they have there. We talk about widescreen. My God.
Hey guys, you guys want another Mad Mel update?
Sure.
Mad Mel from Pat Show.
Absolutely.
All right, let's see. This is gonna be great. Here
By
we
the
go.
way, Green Bay is on the clock.
Oh, that's a good tie-in because Ty is a Packers fan.
Where are you, Rito?
Well, I'm at the Power and Light building down here. As many of you know, a couple years ago, I had a little bit of an outburst when the Packers selected Jordan Love. They're going to be on the clock here soon, so I decided to saunter down here. This is the biggest pick the Green Bay Packers as a franchise will have in the last 20 years. if they fuck this up, I'm going to walk up to the top of the Power and Light building, and I'm going to dive headfirst off the top of it and turn it into a pile of pink mist down on the street. So, I don't know, Kuntz, the pressure's on, unless you want to come pick up my bones and my goopy, bloody body, then I suggest we do the right thing here, okay?
This really took a turn. I did not expect that's a beautiful building behind.
It's an absolutely beautiful building, and I would hate for them to be picking bone fragments and teeth and all that other shit up out of the ground for the next, 3 to 4 days trying to piece together my broken up body. So that's what's going to happen. Back to Peter Skoronsky.
Thank you.
That's great. That's great. Do we have any more questions, by the way, Josh?
Yes, the final question for the Q&A this week, the Backcourt Q&A session, is we already answered it. Who will be the first person to hold the World Heavyweight Championship?
There you go. Awesome.
I want to thank Chris for the questions this week.
Here's a bonus question that I'll spur, on you guys while we're waiting for the Packers to announce their pick. Yeah. How do you see the undisputed tag team championships getting split?
That's a great question.
Because I don't see KO getting drafted to one show, Sammy getting drafted to the other. I mean, that would be kind of ridiculous.
Well, honestly, I think we might get a little bit of an iteration of what just happened with the world title. I think you're not going to have the same color titles like Raw, SmackDown tag titles. I think it's going to be how it was with the Ruthless Aggression era, where it's World Tag Team titles and WWE Tag Team titles. So Kevin and Sammy will be the WWE Tag Team Champions. The World Tag Team title will probably go to Raw or whatever brand they're not on.
I think, though, this is just me. I think you don't. I think you don't split the tag team championship.
They don't have to. I mean, you could keep it just the one tag team title.
I think the tag team champions should go between both shows, because there just isn't enough tag teams to have, especially on SmackDown. Like, if you've only got a 2-hour show, how are you gonna? You got to get all these other feuds in, and then you got to somehow include some tag team champions. You can just kind of transplant between both shows. I think that's what I think they should do anyway.
Yeah, I'm a little indifferent on that subject. I don't think I would be for or against either one, really. I think there's plenty of tag teams to split them up, but how much quality television are you getting out of both sets of tag team championships?
Right.
I mean, they're doing it for the women's tag. The women's tag team champions are only on one show,
right?
And including just the 2 shows, because there's NXT women's tag team champions, but
right.
So why not do that for the men as well?
I find it's very cool that the Packers are coming up next, because we have something very special coming up in just a couple of seconds after this draft pick is made. It's a very special segment to all fans of the podcast of Hoots. It's our main event.
Yes. Yes. Let's do it.
Oh man, I can't
wait. Now they're going through the Packers.
Oh wait, New England is next.
Did they trade up?
Well, no, after the Packers.
This is because of
New England's 14.
Okay. This will do. We'll do what the hell's wrong AEW after Pat's pick. Okay, we'll do that.
Pat, who do you got?
I have no idea. Right now I would love to see them draft a wide receiver or a running back.
Yeah, they lost Jacoby Myers, didn't they?
Yep.
All right, who do you got, Cheeseheads?
Lucas Van Ness.
Will Levis. Come on, Will Levis. That'd be so funny.
Lucas Van Ness, that's a good player.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another guy I wouldn't mind seeing on the Bears. So that's a good pick by the Packers.
Yeah.
I'll say this is probably one of the more well-rounded draft.
Well, he's a Wisconsin guy, so that makes sense.
Oh, hey. Man, he's got some honeys with him.
I was about to say he's the ladies' man.
Yeah, the waterfall game is strong in that establishment.
Pimpin' ain't easy, man.
Oh man,
in fact, ain't easy.
By the way, speaking of waterfall, shout out to Chicago, who got to see Maxine Dupree. Man, that girl is smoking.
Yes, she is. Yes.
Let's see what we got here. I was just gonna say, I know I'm not into with college football as much as you guys are, but just from my opinion, from like an observer, not wrestling observer, but as an observer of football, I was gonna say I think it's probably the more loaded draft just on overall talent overall that I've seen for the last couple of years.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's been well, especially with all the trades and everything. It's been a hell of a first. It's only halfway over. The first round is only really just getting started. It's been a lot of fun, and honestly, to be on here doing these live reactions to the picks, it's a blast, man.
This show is flying by too. I can't believe we've been on for an hour 40. It doesn't even feel like it.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those who are watching and listening, I just want to say again, thank you for hanging out with us for the last 7 years.
Trade alert.
What happened?
No way.
You have a trade?
Patriots traded the pick away to the Steelers.
Wow.
Sorry, Pat.
Wow. Rivals, Pat. Steelers and Pats are rivals, right?
I have no love lost for the Steelers.
By the way, I hope whoever the Steelers pick pisses off Andrew Filipponi, that douche canoe.
Chris Mortensen looks like a kid at Christmas.
Hey, Sam, you know who that guy is? The Pony Express on Twitter, the Steelers radio host guy in Pittsburgh, Andrew Filipponi.
I've heard of the name. I don't know much about him.
He's the biggest Kenny Pickett cocksucker out there, man. He is so annoying, man. Let's see who's the Steelers gonna get. Oh, let me guess.
Patriots now at 17 for the first round.
Oh wow.
Well,
I mean,
I'm thinking it, man.
Yeah.
I wonder what the haul is for that.
No,
for that
Pats,
trade back.
Pats get 2 picks back, 17 and 120 is the picks.
Maybe. Well, they're talking about edge, so maybe has Nolan Smith gone yet? I don't think he has.
No, he's still available.
Huh. Well, it doesn't look like they were ready to make their pick after the trade. It looks like they're still trying to talk it over here.
Yeah, guys. I mean, when it comes to the show, there are still some benchmarks that we need to hit. We'll definitely hit 400 episodes for sure. I do. One of the main ones for sure. I want to hit at least 1 million downloads. I think that'd be a really cool accomplishment for what the show was and how it started, and the fact this show has never been on a platform like Pat was mentioning earlier. To hit 1 million downloads for this show is a big accomplishment. I do believe we could hit that. I trust what we deliver with this show, with the consistency, but not just that, just the quality and what we bring to the table each week. I have no urge to end this anytime soon, but when it comes to life, things change and there's gonna be changes. Obviously, Brett Carter's got his new move, and we'll talk a little bit about that next week. But shows like tonight, it reminds me of why I started doing this in the first place, and the fact that this could be a positive escape for people if they're stressed out or whatever. Throw some jokes, hang out with some friends. We talked a little bit about wrestling here and there, where we're not coming off like Alvarez and Seltzer and, bitching the entire time. But, hey, this is like if we're all sitting next to each other and reacting to the draft. And that's the goal that's always been with this show. And I'm just glad that we're here. I'm glad we're here, and I'm glad that this thing is not going away anytime soon.
Hey, this is the back porch Q&A, man. That's what it is. We're sitting on the back porch, just chilling.
Yes.
I love it. Josh, and I know we're getting close because the pick is in. We'll talk about this, but
yes,
there is also a flagship segment of the Hoots podcast.
Yes, and it's called What
The pick is in. You want to do the pick first?
Let's do the pick, and then we'll do the segment, okay?
All right, so who do we give up for?
Who do the Steelers get? I love that little jingle.
Me too.
Broderick Jones.
Oh, nice.
From
Georgia.
Too, right? Yeah.
That's a good pick.
There's a lot of
He's
good
just sitting
offensive
there
linemen.
smug.
There's a brag of riches for this year. All right,
See,
Broderick.
that's proper, having all the hats behind him, and then you don't know who's going to.
You know, Josh, if you take off the first letter of his name, you get somebody who we're about to talk about here in a few moments.
Oh, God. On that note, it's time for the main event. This segment is scheduled for one fall with an unlimited time limit. And if you're easily offended, that's your problem, not mine. It's time for What the Hell is Wrong with AEW. Let's start this off in a 3, a 2, a 1.
Beat your meat. 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 Beat your meat.
I'm telling you, my time is right now. Right this minute, 2022. We're living it. My time is now. My time is right. God damn now.
Man, what intensity.
It's time for What the Hell is Wrong with AEW?
Everything!
That graphic is great.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most highly requested segment in all professional podcasting. The segment you need. Trust me, you need it.
Yes.
There's a lot of delusion out there when it comes to the discourse, when it comes to the company that claims to offer elite wrestling. You guys know how I feel about this word if that's what's considered elite wrestling on Turner Broadcasting, I want no fucking part of it, okay, ladies and gentlemen? And the fact that they're even considering adding a 2-hour show on Saturday nights after the bullshit we just saw last night, Brother Carter, Tony Khan, the people at Turner Broadcasting need to be drug tested.
Correct.
All right, let's start this off, okay, Brother Carter?
Let's do it, buddy. I'm most excited to get Patrick and Sam's reaction to what we're about to say happened on AEW Dynamite last night because, oh my God.
I think this is Sam's second or third time participating in the segment. Pat's been a part of this as well, this adventure.
I have.
It is definitely one of the more prouder staples of this show. Of course, we had Through the Eyes of a 9-year-old, which was a big hit on this show.
Great.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was a great segment. We had some funny bits over the years, but last night's AEW Mud Show took place from Sunrise, Florida, wherever the fuck that is. The show started off as we usually do with Pockets taking on Bandito. As an AEW staple, Pockets out. We have a 20-minute match where you can't decide who you're supposed to cheer for. And it's for the International Who Gives a Shit About Me Championship. Pockets retain over Bandito. Brother Carter, any thoughts on this opening bout?
I'm pretty sure at this point, Tony Khan just puts all the names of his employees in a hat and pulls one out to determine who's going to get a championship match, because I have no idea what you have to do to earn a title match in AEW, whether it's for your world title, your international title,
right,
your TNT title, your dark title, I'm surprised they don't have a title on Elevation. Well, Elevation's being canceled supposedly, but
hallelujah.
Yeah, right.
Come on, man. They have the power rankings.
Oh.
But no, this was so basically I wrote down this is spots and gimmicks. There was timing issues all over the place. I said this was just bad. And then we get to the finish, Josh. Pockets puts sunglasses on Bandito.
I'm literally at a loss of words of how this freaking douche canoe formats the show. By the way, last week we had this angle where Britt Baker gets beat up by the rip-off version of the NWO, and you have Adam Cole, right? Wouldn't you think you would have Adam Cole start off the show last night and call out Jericho if you're going to do this whole thing with who we were going to talk about in a couple minutes?
No.
Like, this guy doesn't know how to format a show if his life depended on it. This is what happens when you have a dirt sheet vanity project. Let's throw out the IWC's flavor of the month, Orange Cassidy, every single week. Let's have a 20-minute match that nobody gives two shits about, and you wonder why they average 800,000 viewers a week. By the way, I love how Excrement was emphasizing the fact that Pockets is on a 20 title defense win streak. You know where this is going, Brother Carter, right? You know where this is going, right?
I do know where this is going.
It's going Pockets and Goldberg at All In at Wembley Stadium.
Oh, God.
And Goldberg is going to squash Pockets in about 30 seconds.
And AEW fans will mark out for it.
Hang on a minute. I thought Brother Carter was an Orange Cassidy guy.
No, he see the error of his ways.
Here's what I think about Orange Cassidy's. I think as an actual athlete, he's not bad. I think he's actually a good. If you just give him a not stupid gimmick as a wrestler, I think he's actually fine. I think he's athletic. You know, he has a decent moveset. It's fine, but he has the stupidest gimmick. Almost as bad as the Jericho Appreciation Society. It is one of the stupidest gimmicks. His gimmick is putting his hands in his pockets and tapping his opponent to go, oh! Like, in a real fight, how would that actually, like, would anybody do that in a real fight?
No, he's a mud show freak.
Correct.
See, here's the thing. I thought it was cool, like the first, maybe even the second time I saw him do it. But, I mean, to do it every single time now, it's the same old shit.
For 4 years. And somehow Tony Khan thinks this is entertaining. I don't get this at all. Okay, Josh, can we move on?
Honestly, I would root for anybody to take the title off him. I would root for Pat to take the title off of Pockets.
Yeah, well, I'd root for Pat.
Honestly,
anybody.
Hell, bring back the Brooklyn Brawler. I mean, he's around that same type of skill set as Pockets and the gimmicks. So, I mean, why not? All right.
Bring back Sonny Kiss can take the title off.
By the way, we had a good waterfall on our TV screen last night as Renee Paquette was doing backstage interviews. Of course, AEW thinks they're funny, so they do this bit with Pockets and Bandito.
Oh, God.
Like the sarcastic Their comedy, their attempts at comedy is just as bad as WWE's attempt at comedy. And let's keep it 100 there, okay? Okay. So after that, we had also another backstage interview with Darby Allin and I'm the two-faced dipshit Jungle Boy. I mentioned the promo last week where all three of these guys are like healing on each other, Brother Carter. You know, like the whole promo made no sense. This whole 4 pillars build up for this match of Double or Nothing is all a clusterfuck. We'll explain in just a couple of seconds. But here's the thing. Now Darby Allin's trying to play the intimidation game with Jungle Boy, where he doesn't know if he's really manly enough, right? That was the whole gist of that whole interaction, right? Do you buy Jungle Boy as a serious main event guy? Because I sure as hell don't.
No. And after what sealed it for me. Oh, hold on. Are we about to get a pick here?
We are about to get a pick.
Okay, let's pause. We're about to get a pick here.
Jets
right.
are having apparently they're going to have a special announcer for the Jets pick, apparently.
Okay.
I wonder if they... Go ahead.
I think they're going to go with the receiver from Ohio State here.
I was just going to say that.
Oh yeah, I think the hold on, I know you're talking about
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Jigba, yeah.
That'd be the first receiver actually selected for Rodgers in the first round.
Right? Packer fans are gonna be pissed. Oh, now they see Rodgers. See what happens when Rodgers gets wide receivers in the first round.
I'll tell you what, though, if he can stay healthy, I think the Jets are built to win, man.
Yeah, they'll be really good this year. All right, let's hear it.
What you got, kid?
Uh-huh. Yeah. What?
Oh, God.
Yeah, this kid's getting hype. I like it.
Will McDonald.
Who?
Wow.
Will McDonald, the linebacker from Iowa State.
I have no idea who that is.
That is definitely not who I thought they'd go. Gotta appreciate the kid's energy, though.
Yeah, he's good. No, he's a good player. I remember him from the Big 12. Yeah, he's a good player.
A Bears sneak in at the end of the first round and get the receiver. Why not?
But yeah, but hold on. This, so maybe Rodgers.
That's a strange pick. I thought they would get something for offense or something.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe Rodgers doesn't have as much say as he thought he did.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. But anyways, so Josh, here's what sold it for me on Jungle Boy.
Okay.
It was his promo last week. His promo last week was horrible. Like,
brutal.
He was clearly outshined by Darby Allin and Sammy Guevara. And I know you don't like Sammy Guevara. And, of course, they're all outshined by MJF. But MJF is, like, in a league of his own. So that doesn't really count. But you can't possibly tell me that Jungle Boy is to be taken seriously. Like, Christian Cage couldn't even get him over. Like, and Christian Cage is one of the greatest. So I like Jungle Boy, but he's not ready to be a world champion. Like, he would be a fine international champion. Fine. If they want to put the title on him, fine. I don't have a problem with that. But he's not ready to be a world champion. Come on.
Go ahead, Sam. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, I will say I saw that promo, and that was a little tough to watch, sir.
Yeah. Well, riddle me this, Batman. Jeff Jarrett defeated Dax Hardwood in a singles match last night. More brutal officiating as Sanjay, who gives a shit about me, Duck came out, did some interference. AEW refs were blinder than Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles combined. They got the worst officiating crew on God's green earth. Okay, picture me at this: if Jeff Jarrett defeated Dax Hardwood on Raw, picture what the reaction would be on that show compared to what I saw last night.
Oh yeah.
Quick sliding for a second. Quick
okay.
Score update. You might want to cover your ears, Sam. Devils 4, Rangers nothing.
All right, you're out of here.
The game's about a minute left. Minute left in the game.
Yeah, well.
The Rangers shat the bed like my White Sox the entire season so far.
Big yikes! Big yikes! Yep. They are no damn good.
What a clusterfuck! Yeah, they lost 14-5 tonight. What a surprise!
Ooh.
They lost again.
Yeah.
But yeah, Josh, this Sanjay Dutt stuff was horrendous. This was just awful. The match itself was mid, and both guys I know are better than this. Like, Jarrett's good, Dax Howard's good, great respect for both.
Honestly, do you have any interest in FTR against Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal on pay-per-view? Because that's what the program's going to be at Double or Nothing.
Nope. You know what? Josh, or they're going to do a 6-man tag, and it's going to be FTR and Mark Briscoe against Jarrett Lethal and Satnam Singh or something like that.
Yeah, that's what we need, more trios feuds. All right, let's go to the next part of this mud show here. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have another announcement from Tony Khan. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the second annual Owen Hart Cup tournament coming up soon. it's very cool that Owen Hart is getting memorized. I don't have an issue with that, but it is kind of funny. Tony Khan has an announcement every other 2 weeks and still drawing the same amount of viewership. All right.
But no, I'll just say real quick, this was a cool announcement, and the fact that it's all taking place in Canada, no problems with that. I think that's a very, very cool thing, and well deserved for Owen Hart. That's awesome.
Wardlow had a squash match.
Oh God,
yeah, that was not a good night for Ariel Levy. He got. Arn Anderson, I like the pairing with him and Wardlow. I think Arn cut a good promo. But here's the thing: what do I always say about AEW? Right? They can't let anything breathe. We always need some afterbirth brawl or something after the match, or. What was the other thing I said? They're always fixated on dropping their load, right? They just gotta rush into things. How about this? Wardlow against Dino Douche is the next feud for the TNT title. Wardlow and Luchasaurus. Christian Cage comes out, walks down to the ramp, says nothing, and walks back. How am I supposed to be excited for that?
I just can't believe that Tony Khan. Well, actually, sorry, I can believe that Tony Khan does not realize what he has in Powerhouse Hobbs. Like, Powerhouse Hobbs is money, and Tony Khan has no idea what to do with him. Remember when him and Ricky Starks was one of the hottest feuds in the company, and I was actually involved. I was invested in this. Maybe it's just me, but I was invested in Ricky Starks versus Powerhouse Hobbs, and now AEW is making me not care about Ricky Starks, too. I know we'll get to that here in a bit, but that's just – I can't believe that because Starks is fantastic.
I want to see Starks in a WWE ring one day.
Yes. He needs to go – imagine him in NXT for a little while before he goes up to the main roster. Could you imagine him and Braun Breaker or him and Grayson Waller? How amazing would that be?
Hell yeah.
What was I going to say? RJ City. Who? Yeah, RJ City got beat up last night by the Blackpool Cuckold Club, who nobody gave a shit. After that, we had Sammy Guevara against Darby Allin. I'm surprised this was not the main event, Brother Carter, but they started off the second hour of the show.
Hang on, guys. We got a commander's pick coming in.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy. All right.
Very good.
Let's see who Ron Rivera is going to go with here.
Is he GM, too?
Emmanuel Forbes from Mississippi State.
Oh.
Ooh, okay. Not bad, I guess. I take your. Yeah, he's a defensive back. All right.
Was Will not before you guys get back to what the hell's wrong with AEW? Was Will Levis projected to go this far down in the draft?
I don't think so, Pat.
I mean, we're now more than halfway through round one, and he's still on the board.
I mean, I'm looking at CBS. Just they had 6 people do mock drafts. The range from him is one person had him going second, and one person has him going 29th. Like that's the spread here in the first round.
Well, we ducked the Patriots ducked back 3 spots, and apparently their pick is in. So let's see what
we got.
Patriots are on the clock.
I think I'm gonna after they announce the pick, I think I'm gonna duck out for the night, guys.
All right, that's fine. Brother Carter, Darby Allin and Sammy Guevara. The setup is Sammy's favor. Again, more bad officiating. FGF came out. Like, you knew the writing on the wall was going to be a fatal 4-way, but just how this whole convoluted setup where it was a DQ. Then we have to hear an awkward conversation where Shivani's talking to Tony Khan in the headset, and Taz's like, "Oh, what's he saying?" And then Tony Schiavone, you need to go the fuck home and stay the fuck home.
Yes,
right?
I'm so sick of him.
I'm so tired of him. Go home.
Excrement needs to go away too. Like both of them were horrible in this segment.
Hey, if it's okay to remove JR from the announce booth, it's okay to remove Schiavone. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go, guys. New England announcement.
Yes. Nice, Sam.
Tremendous. I love that. Ooh.
Christian Gonzalez. Okay.
Good
That's
choice.
very nice.
Okay. I can be okay with that.
That's a
We
good
definitely
pick.
need some defense on the. We need some help on the defensive side of the ball. I don't hate that pick.
No,
That's a good pick.
That's a good pick.
One of the McCourty twins retired, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So he might be the one that steps in to fill that void. I like that pick.
I like it too.
Well, Pat, you said you were about to bounce, right?
Yeah, Josh. Again, congratulations on 7 years. Here's the 7 more,
Yes.
or at least to make it to 400 episodes. Brother Carter, Sam, always good to talk to you boys.
Yes, sir.
We'll catch you guys on later on.
See you,
Thanks for
Pat.
coming on,
Thanks for
brother,
having me
man.
on
Love
again,
you.
Yeah, man. Good to see you, Pat. Take care, buddy. We'll talk to you later.
You bet.
So real quick, Josh, I'll just finish up my thoughts on this stuff. By the way, MJF was genius in this stuff. This was great. Him with the whole pickles on commentary, that was hilarious. I thought that was great. We can talk about this. I'm not gonna lie. This the MJF Sammy Guevara stuff is kind of funny. It's kind of funny, and I don't mind it. It's fine. MJF is bringing up Sammy Guevara, and I think you're just a little bit biased because I know you don't like Sammy Guevara, but I think this stuff was fine. But I swear, every time Sammy Guevara does that 630, he's gonna kill himself. Like,
well, here's the thing: when did this become a no DQ match? When can you do legal table spots with the tent? I mean, at least with the WWE matches, they like make sure the referee's not paying attention or those spots when they're going on. Like literally, you have the ref looking outside, Sam. Like as this is going on, the intentional 630 through the table, nothing. It just doesn't matter.
but wait, Josh, how did this match finish? If you would explain to us.
Oh yeah. Not only does Ty Mello and her waterfall pop up on the apron to distract the referee, get her out of the way. MJF costs Darby Allin the match. And then, okay, anybody come here with a straight face tells me that Tony Khan is a Booker of the Year is full of shit. Because whatever I'm going to say next is going to make absolutely no sense. So, to build up a Fatal 4-Way for the pay-per-view, not only we do a pillar tournament where you only have 3 people competing in it, but how about this? We have 2 bullshit finishes, and then with that, next week we have MJF and Sammy Guevara against Jungle Boy and Darby Allin. And if Jungle Boy and Darby Allin win, they get to qualify and the match turns into a 4-way. Why are we having a tag team qualifier to constitute a fatal 4-way match with a nonsensical tournament just for the sense of doing the tournament?
It makes no sense.
Booker of the Year, my ass.
I just love how this match ended in a disqualification, even though because the referee thought that Darby Allin hit Sammy Guevara with a skateboard, but yet a 630 through a table is perfectly legal. Yes. AEW officiating, ladies and gentlemen. AEW officiating.
I honestly think that's half the reason I can't stomach AEW programming. Just watching and I don't even feel like it's necessarily all on the referee either. I feel like Tony Khan puts these referees in such a bad spot that they look so stupid in every single match. I just can't stomach it.
I get it.
I
get it. Let's carry on.
Yeah, we had the Adam Cole calling out Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho tried to play my games on the Titantron. We had the January 6th appreciators attack Adam Cole from behind. Pockets and Bandito tried to make the save. You couldn't feed off Jake Hager and Stooge 1 and Stooge 2. And then we had Roderick Strong come to the aid and clear the house out for everybody. So Roderick Strong comes to the save for Adam Cole. And
riveting.
I put the tweet out last night. The effect of Jericho and AW. Your stock goes down, man. Think about this. Eddie Kingston, now stuck in Ring of Honor. Ricky Starks. What happened to him for the last couple of months? We could go on and on as the list goes on here. But, okay, let's latch on to Adam Cole. Now he's back to able to compete and people actually care about the poor guy. Let's have him against Chris Jericho at Double or Nothing. sooner or later we're gonna have Adam Cole and Jake Hager on Rampage. Nobody will give a fuck. And then we'll get to this match, and we have this. Okay, on this, now we gotta wait for Bobby Fish. Where's the lie? Bobby Fish. Nobody cares about him. So we're gonna have the Undisputed Era, Brother Carter and Sam, plus the Jericho January 6th appreciators. Does that interest you at all?
Nope.
One iota.
But gosh, Roderick Strong's a game changer, and Undisputed is now going to take over
God.
WWE. They're going to take over. Whatever.
Sam, can you put that sign up again? Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Josh, speaking of things, you know how we've talked about how AEW's done great job of making me just no longer care about wrestlers that I think have a lot of talent, have potential. We've talked about that, right?
Yes.
I couldn't give two shits about Jade Cargill anymore. I am so sick of her. I've had enough. She is boring.
Never been a fan.
She is, and I thought the sky was the limit for her. And Josh, can you explain this to me too?
Okay.
So, what is Jade's record now? Like 58-0?
56-0.
Yeah. Do you think she could be in line for a world title match at some point? As a 56-0 undefeated champion? But no, we're just gonna keep her in squash matches for the TBS championship. Whoa, that's great.
No.
Right there, pal.
I can already tell you what it's going to be, gentlemen. Jade Cargill versus Goldberg at AEW All-In.
No, I mean, I like that. But let's folks, we know who's taking the TBS title off of Jade Cargill, don't we?
Yes, we do.
I don't.
The person that compares herself to The Rock. That is who is going to be taking the TBS title off of Jade Cargill.
What about the finish of that match too? Honestly, we almost had the greatest moment in Dynamite history with Aubrey Edwards always getting hit with the Roads of Valhalla. I swear, if that happened, that would made the show a 10 out of 10 for me just for that alone. Don Stevens, Ray Charles Edwards, whatever you want to call her. Yeah, I wish she got on that one.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up because I'll probably have to be making my exit pretty soon here as well. I just have a couple things to say, Josh, because then we got to the main event.
Yeah.
Okay. Number one, I'm gonna Stephen A. Smith this. Number one, how the hell are the Butcher and the Blade in the main event of a show on AEW television?
You tell me.
So that's number one.
When's the last time they were on Dynamite?
And now they're in the main event of the show. So that's number one. Number two, Kip Sabian. Thank you, Sam. Yes. Get ready for that sign in just a moment. Number two, Kip Sabian looks like a moron. Oh my God, does he look like a complete, total jackass? I said that the main event was boring, minus Takeshita. I actually think Takeshita looks pretty good. He's decent. I'd like to see more of him. I will say this. On commentary, hold on. We've got a pick here real quick. Let's pause for a pick here. And then I'm actually going to give Karen Danielson some credit here.
Jack Campbell. I don't know any Jack. The only Jack Campbell I know of is a goalie in the NHL. I don't know who Jack Campbell is.
Yeah, no, dude. He's a stud.
Is he a defensive player?
Yeah, a linebacker.
Okay.
He's a stud. He is a stud for sure. Here'll say this, Josh. Danielson actually made some pretty good points about the elite on commentary. I will say that. He was basically running down Olivier and the Bucks, and I was like, there isn't really anything he's saying that isn't true, or that isn't false. It was great. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, we had the WCW brawl to close out the show as usual. By the way, he's hypocritical. Like, he's like, oh, they're amateurs and we're about serious fighting and stuff like that. Yet he needs to attack somebody with a screwdriver after the match is over. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, that main event was just antithesis how ridiculous that show is from top to bottom. Really quick before we wrap up this segment, I did promise an excrement impression this week. And then I'll give you my thoughts about the Punk stuff as well. Okay. So here he goes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live at TNT. It's at a special start time for AEW Rampage, starting at 6:30 Eastern. Starting things off, we have the team of Naturally Limitless in tag team action. From there, we have Jericho Appreciation Slices and it's Jay take on Ashley Dembois. Then we hear from the Acclaim and Daddy Ass. Hear from the Outcast as well. We have Cash Wheeler of FTR taking on Jay Lethal. And our main event, it's Ricky Starks and Sean Spears taking on the team of Bullet Club Goals, Jay White and Juice Robinson. More matches for next week's Dynamite to be announced on Twitter. Make sure to follow Tony Khan at Twitter at Tony Khan and get all your AEW tickets right now at AEWTIWWAEW.com.
That's pretty good.
Bravo.
Pretty good.
All right. Do you want to give Punk stuff, or are we going to get out of here first, Josh?
Yeah, I'll skim through this. I put out a little thread last night before Dynamite about everything that's been going on with CM Punk and everything on my Twitter at the Hoots Podcast if you guys want to see it in more detail. But I'm going to ask for everybody that's watching, listen to this. Are you going to sit here and really tell yourself that we're not going to have diminishing returns with CM Punk's return or whenever this return happens to AEW? Are we really going to have this spike in ratings, spike in momentum like everybody thought we were going to have with the first run? Tell me how this doesn't end with CM Punk becoming the WCW version of Bret Hart. Tell me how that doesn't happen.
Josh, there is nothing good that can come out of this for CM Punk. He's screwed either way.
Yes.
If he loses to the Elite, then everyone's going to say they're going to either blame him like, oh, he was just a sucker bitch boy for the Elite and he's just kissing Tony Khan and the Elite's ass.
Yeah.
And he's going to go run off and complain about it. And then if he wins, people are going to be like, oh, well, but the Elite are our boys. Like, what's happening with why the Elite job into CM Punk? Nobody wins with CM Punk coming back to AEW.
Right. Let me read a couple of this here for you guys. The concept of CM Punk and FTR facility is good on paper. How sustainable is that? How much money can you draw from a 6-month trios feud or a rehash of CM Punk versus Chris Jericho 1000? CM Punk's qualms backstage in the locker room area is none of my concern. I'm not back there. I give two shits. That's their problem. I get the magnitude of Punk and him being TK's Taj Mahal purchase, but at the cost of your roster and the cost of your reputation of your promotion, is it really worth it at the end of the day? The discussion of whose source is right or wrong as far as what's going on with Meltzer and Alvarez or SRS or whoever's reporting on this stuff really doesn't matter at the end of the day. When we have conversations about a new show on TNT that nobody's going to watch on Saturday night, him showing up backstage at Raw, everything that's going on with this, you're not going to get what you want at the end of the day when it comes to the AEW fan. You're bringing this guy out. He had a disappointing return, and you only get one opportunity to capitalize on opportunities like this. This guy's been away from wrestling for 7 years. You bring him back. You rush him into a title he did not need at that time. Just because, we got CM Punk, so you got to make him a main eventer and make him a world champion. And then you get this ridiculous incident at All Out, and now we're supposed to act like he comes back and everything is fixed. All the problems are going to be washed away. I just don't believe that. So get your hopes up. Yay, CM Punk and FTR against the Elite. I can't wait. And we're going to be back where we were about 6 months ago.
Correct.
And that, my friends, as we say every single week, is what the hell's wrong with the AEW.
This has been What the Hell is Wrong with AEW. Awesome.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for hanging out with us. It's been a blast. I'm glad we were able to do this. It's the first time to do a live reaction to the NFL special. Bears got Darnell Wright, offensive tackle from Tennessee. Nice pick. But Carter's team hasn't picked yet, I don't believe yet.
Are they even getting a first-round pick?
I don't know. I think they traded their first-round pick. I'm not sure.
They're 29th. They're 29th.
Yeah. Well, Pat got Christian Gonzalez, the defensive back. So far, so good for the draft, right, boys?
A lot of fun, man.
No complaints so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely think we've got something here. We got to make this an annual thing. I like it.
Yeah, boys, this was like super fun.
Awesome.
Especially after the last few days I've had. I needed this. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
And for this to be the 7th anniversary, guys, I want to thank all of you for hanging out with us. I'm very proud of what we've been able to accomplish with the podcast at Hoots, and we're not going anywhere anytime soon. We have, by far, in my opinion, the best authentic wrestling podcast that's out there, and we need you guys' support. So any way you can to share the podcast, especially on Spotify, it really helps us out at the end of the day. We got a send-off for Brother Carter next week for his show before our Backlash predictions next week. But for Sam, you can follow him at Twitter at Second City Sam on Twitter. Sam, thank you, brother, for coming on. And you know how I feel about you, and I appreciate you coming on and rocking with us tonight.
It is truly an honor, Jeff. All honors all mine.
Yes. We got Brother Carter, Sir Royalty, Dr. Derrico.
Thank you.
You can follow him at Twitter at Derek Stoughton. Make sure to check out DerekStoughton.com and his work at WrestlingRumors.net.
I'll say one other thing, too. For anybody that feels the need and would like to contribute to the Derek Stoughton Wedding Fund, you can search our wedding. You can search up our stuff on The Knot. Just search up Derek Stoughton The Knot. Money's going to be tight this summer, so any contributions and gifts would be mostly appreciated. So feel free to check us out there as well. Josh, thanks so much.
Again, man.
Thank you, Sam. Appreciate you. And thanks to everybody. This has been awesome. Josh, thanks again for this part and let me hang out with you for several years. Congratulations on 7 years. Looking forward to many, many more as the director of all the operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, fractions, numerators, denominators. We got them all, baby. Let's go. We'll see y'all next week, though, for sure.
Last plug, make sure to follow Pat as well at Rated PWF. We appreciate him, a good brother of all good brothers. So for Pat, for Sam, and Brother Carter, I'm Joshie. This has been episode 358 of the Hoots Podcast. Remember, folks, be the authentic product that is yourself. Remember, nobody dictates the pace of your life but yourself and the man upstairs. Remember, folks, one day at a time, man. Enjoy your life. Enjoy the weekend. Stop being morose. Stop letting dirt sheets dictate your enjoyment of professional wrestling. Enjoy the WWE draft tomorrow. Also, going into the rest of the weekend for this NFL draft as well. So, here's to 7 more years and kicking more ass and taking names, pal. What? We'll be here next week for our Backlash prediction preview show. Yes, sir.